トリートバーガー。はい。こしニンニク。テリヤキ。焦がしニンニクマヨタナドテリヤキ。ウィン。ストリートバーガーズ今だけ。お得なクーポンも。
マクドナルドに会いに行く。
トリートバーガー。はい。
100で風鈴機。
油淋鶏マヨチキン。ウィン。
ストリートバーガーズ今だけ。やったー。お得なクーポンも。
マクドナルドに会いに行く。トリートバーガー。はい。3大クラッシュ。トリーキー。ウィン。ストリートバーガーズ今。
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
My mic is muted, obviously. Shit, man. Whenever you take a break from fucking streaming, you get rusty, bro. Even if it's like a week. But let me start over, man. Welcome to Real Figures. This is episode number 65. My name is Omar V, bringing you the latest action figure toy news of the week. Yeah. Thanks, Ghost Tab. I got it, bro. Ghost Tab. Did you change your name? Is this the same guy? It could be a different guy. It could be a different Ghost Tab. What's up, guys? Welcome to Real Figures, man. You guys could tell it's fucking Street Fighter overload, man. Definitely wanted to put these fucking commercials on my show because it's just crazy to see. Like, I don't know what it is with Capcom right now, man. I feel like they're licensing this shit out to just too many people, bro. When you got a triple cheeseburger with Ken and fucking Akuma and Ryu and all that shit, marketing that shit, that's a little bit too much, man. But hey, Japan's kind of wild. It's definitely on my bucket list of places I want to go to eventually, like visiting stuff. Got to get around to doing that, man, because it looks like total fun out there. But yo, guys, like as you guys know, this show revolves around toys, man. So got weeks worth of toy news or 2 weeks. It's not much news to go around lately, though. After like the fall cons and stuff, it kind of slows down. Kind of slowed down a bit after SCCC 2. We had Wonderfest, we had New York Comic Con, so it's kind of rounding out the year. Still some cool stuff kind of going up for pre-order, so we'll definitely touch on that stuff. But like always, I'll go through my pickups and I'll say what's up to the chat, man. Chat slides in here. Bro, I still gotta buy my Todds, man. Todd is still delivering some cool shit. Like I said last time, it kind of sucks that it's later in the line. Some of the cooler stuff is coming out now, so it's like at the tail end of the line, but he actually had an interview at New York Comic Con with Adventures in Collecting, I think they're called. Adventures in Collecting podcast or something. I forgot the name exactly. I got to get around to linking that video here because it was a good interview. And yeah, it looks like he's not too far from holding on to a bit of it. And, there's still like negotiations and stuff, but it's not that close for him to give up the license. I think it's going to go all the way through 2026. So we still got a ways away, man. So I got the Infinite Crisis Joker, and then I got this classic Scarecrow. The Scarecrow is kind of harder to pose around. I don't know, like the plastic that's kind of used for like the sculpting on these like bandages and stuff or whatever he kind of covers himself with. But man, the head sculpt is gnarly. I like that like skeleton head sculpt that he has. It's just cool shit, man. And then the Joker, it's the exact same one as that Silver Age Joker, but just with the fucking hat. Just with the hat, bro. It's like Malibu Stacy effect, man. It's got a new hat. I gotta get it. I gotta get it just for that, man. And then I'll take a look at some Marvel Legends, but I got that Maximum Deadpool. Came in on Amazon. I don't know if it's worth $50. I think that's like the ongoing topic that's always gonna be around these like Maximum lines, but the Deadpool is always a cool character. It's always like a fun one and stuff. I was just kind of opening them right now. I was just kind of seeing how like you could kind of put different stuff on him because he's just such a crazy character like that in comics, And then also I got the freaking Juggernaut, bitch. I'm Juggernaut, bitch. Do you guys remember that fucking meme? That shit was so annoying. My older brother used to say that shit all the time. I was like, man, you sound like a fucking idiot, bro. But man, this thing is like chunky as fuck. I think I'm gonna pose it around with this like Psylocke because I kind of took her off my shelf. Trying to set up a cool X-Men shelf, man, because there's like a lot of new updates on these like figures and stuff. So like I got rid of well, I didn't get rid of it, but I got kind of moved away my Diamond Select Juggernaut, like the Sabretooth that came out last year, like a year and a half ago. When did that shit come out? I got that, kind of like posing it around and stuff. So yeah, I kind of want to clean up like my shelves a bit. And then I got the freaking Hot Toys Doc Doom, man. Dude, I feel like I'm like way out of my league with this shit. What am I doing? It's like I don't collect this stuff. But you know what? That Dr. Doom is just so badass. I don't have any plans for it right now, but it's just one that I knew I was gonna want one day. Like, you know, and like I said, like the thing I like about toys is like that they're made. You could acquire them. I think this is like just me trying to get it at the best price I'll ever get it. Cause that thing is hot, bro. That thing is fucking hot, man. I was like, you know what? That's the best Doc Doom figure I've ever fucking seen. And I'll be damned if it's 1/6 is not something I collect. I gotta get it. So I don't know. That's kind of like a S tier villain. So I think I'm just gonna try to like get that type of stuff. I got a Darth Vader, got Doom. I want like a cool Joker. I don't know if I want a Heath Ledger Joker, but something like comic book. If I see something cool, 1/6 like comic book, you know, man, I'm gonna be on the lookout for stuff like that. So I like that Hot Toys is kind of doing some comic stuff, man. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I was like, when I got this shit, I was like, what am I doing? But that's like my thought process when I pre-ordered that. I was like, man, this could potentially be a figure that I'll want to get and I want to backtrack on. Like, would I be willing to pay over, I don't know, $300? I think that shit came out to like under 200, like low key, or like under 300, just under 300. I mean, so I was like, you know what? It's gonna be over 300 if I ever want to get it again. So I was like, yeah, but man, it was just so many Hot Toys hitting at the same time. I had to pass up on that Venom, and I fucking I lost my NRD. I was like, man, I was just doing too much. But that's a sick one too. That I'm like, fuck, man. And now that I look at the reviews, I'm like, man, I should have passed up on that Vader, but man, that Vader is hot too, man. So I don't know. Like I said, it's stuff that's out of my like really realm of collecting, but it's dangerous to be looking at Hot Toys. I think I'm gonna stop talking about Hot Toys on here because I convince myself sometimes stupidly, stupidly, man. But yo, guys, as always, let me know what you guys are picking up. There's a lot of cool stuff out there, man. Like I said, it's kind of rounding out the year. This is honestly the best shit I got. And this is a straight repack, bro. This fucking Joker is just so good in that head sculpt. It's like, it's like, look at this motherfucker, bro. I just wish he gave you more hands. Like the Silver Age one came with like different set of hands, I think, and like one of those fishes. Like, but now I have like two of these body Jokers and stuff, which is fine. But I feel like, man, like there's got to be a company out there, like a domestic company that says, well, there is like there's NECA and stuff, there's like Mescos and stuff, but like a Hasbro or like a McFarlane, like for these guys to say this is maximum Deadpool, okay, that's a good Deadpool. It's got a lot of accessories and stuff, but $50, I don't know. But if Todd would have made like an Ultimate Joker, it's like I wouldn't have had to buy this figure twice. This is $50. I bought two of them. You know, I bought this one in the last release, and like I don't know, I could use the mix and match the accessories, but I just would want like one purchase, you know. So I don't know. But yeah, that's just how toy companies do it, man. We're gonna look at some other scummy behavior tonight. We got other companies putting up pre-orders. I don't want to call it scummy behavior, but yeah, you know how the approaches that companies do sometimes. It's kind of, you got to kind of really think and analyze stuff, you know, on the fly. But yeah, like I was saying, let me know what you guys are picking up. I'll say what's up to the chat. Chat sliding in here. We got, you guys changing your names like on purpose, or what's this? Raceland. I'm still gonna call you Raceland. Final Crash 244. Is this the same person, bro? Be weird. Why does this shit have numbers at the end? Did that shit always have that? Is that a new thing you guys are doing? Hustles. Did you guys change your fucking names, bro? This is Hustle SM, right? Y'all fuck with me, man. He says, sup, one more sub chat. Ghost Tab. This is the dumbest name change ever. I gotta say, Ghost Tab. Shit. Obi-Wan Chingon is good evening, real figure collectors. Hey, man, good evening to you, Obi-Wan. See, one guy didn't change his name at least. Final Crash. Don't lie, Omar. You ordered that burger with an egg, bro. Dude, if they had them out here, I would order one. Shit, fuck yeah. Why not? Try the fucking the shit out there, man. Just might be good. might be shit we don't got ever. Capcom is pimping out Street Fighter 2, yet no Resident Evil. Yeah, I know. But is that up to the companies to try to ask for it? Or is it just like, Street Fighter is just hot right now, man. I don't know what it is about it. Thor in the house didn't change his name too much. He says, "Hi Omar, what's up, Thor?" What else we got in here? The Hot Toys NRDs aren't cheap either and add up. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm stupid. I just thought there was gonna be a little bit of a gap in between like releases, and it was like Darth Vader, Doom, Venom. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, no fucking way. Hot Toys needs the space. I got a few Hot Toys and they look messy with the 112. Yeah, that's why I'm not opening this. I'm like, you know what? I don't have a spot for it, like exactly that I would like, that I'd be happy with. So I'm keeping it stored up for now, Ghost Tab saying YouTube changed how the YouTube display it. Fuck you for making me try to read this shit, bro. Is this where Big Ball 69 from the Foosh hangs out? What's up, everyone? Yeah, that was me, bro, back in the day. Foosh forums, Big Ball 69. Shit, man. Shout out to the Foosh, man, taking people's money, man. You hate to see it, but I did bring it up here multiple times on Kickstarters, guys. It's like, be wary. Don't just be, like just nonchalant about pre-ordering. They're not pre-orders by putting your money down on Kickstarters, because it's not a guarantee you get your shit, But yo, speaking of Street Fighter, guys, let's jump right into the toy news, man, because Storm Arena, you want some company that's pimping out Street Fighter, man, look no further than fucking Storm Arena. These guys are really going hard with this tool-to body that they have for these Street Fighter figures, and I think they're great, man. I think the figure that I only got the Ken. I have the Ryu. I have to ship that out from BBTS, but I'm like in no rush of this stuff, man. It's just like, man, it's like I said, you get kind of overwhelmed with like just constant pre-orders, constant figures that come out, and also constant IPs, constant of the same IP, man. It's just like we've been saying this since Jada put out the Street Fighter. Then you saw Rebel Tech coming out with their stuff for the Street Fighter, I believe it's 6. We have SH Figuarts bringing their line back with some repaints on their stuff. They put out a Guile. And then we have Storm Arena that's going in direct competition with the guys that kind of brought all this excitement towards this IP, Jada Toys. And these guys are like getting good use out of this body, because not only have they put out a Player 2 and Player 3 Ken, but here we have like a V-ism Ken, which is just like I believe it's like a special kind of configuration that you could play when you play Alpha 3. I believe it was A-ism, X-ism, and V-ism. And it kind of allowed you to do these like kind of customized combos just by kind of selecting this configuration when you're like when you select your fighters and stuff. And it would kind of allow you to get like, just like I said, custom combos, because it leaves like this trail, this like purple trail of the character. And these things would also like, count as hits and add up to a combo and stuff, So it's kind of clever of Storm Arena to kind of do this. It's very minimal, like if any tooling. I don't think it's any new tooling. It's just like a straight repaint. I don't know if like the different kind of plastic in it being translucent is an extra cost or anything, but simple reuse on a body that they already have for figures that people are really digging, man, So I don't know if you would necessarily want to buy like fucking 4 or 3 of these things, or even 1 for that matter, because honestly I think the thing is quite dumb, honestly. As clever as it is for the company to do it, this is just something that I just know I won't purchase. I think this is just like, it's too meta, bro. It's like, if you're doing toy photography, it's just like, I don't know, I kind of like the fact that you get to mess around with Street Fighter characters, but to try to replicate like game modes or game configurations, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's too much. Like I said, it's smart for the company to do it, but I just feel like this is something that's not for me. I could easily just say that, but like I said, man, it just definitely feels like an overwhelming thing of just like Street Fighter, because you guys were kind of late to the show. They got these commercials out in Japan. Check this out. And like I said, I just feel like it's just overwhelming, bro. I'm like, God damn, when I saw that commercial, I'm like, is this real? I was like, oh shit, this shit is fucking real. But like I said, this stuff's going on in Japan. You love to see it. Like, I think that's cool. But like I said, you mix that in with like the toy community getting all these figures of Street Fighter. It's just like, I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it, and I haven't even completed any one of these lines. And like the more I see, kind of the less I really want to get sometimes. I hate to say that also, because like the stuff that they're putting out is hot. Like I could easily pass on these, but overall, I think the line is doing pretty well for itself, man. You constantly see people talking about these things online. Like, if you picked any one of them up, they feel great. There's some tweaks, some little tweaks that I would kind of do, like to some of the head sculpts and stuff. But overall, they're great stuff. But these two releases, I feel like it's just not for me. But did you guys check them out? Are you guys into this stuff? Thor asking, hey, I missed that Foos took collector's money for a Kickstarter. I don't know if it was a Kickstarter, but apparently that Ninja Scrolls line there hasn't been no updates. There has been nothing. People reached out to them, and I guess they're not messaging people back. But we're gonna take a look at some Monster Force figures later on in the show, and we'll kind of bring that topic up again. But yeah, like I said, I don't put my money towards crowdfunds, any of this shit for toys. Like, if a company thinks that they have a good product, then you put your own fucking money on the line and you pump out your product. Like, that's capitalism, bro. I'm for it. But asking people for money for something that you're selling to them that they want, that they need, I feel like it's predatory on this community sometimes, because this community, like, they want to support stuff, but I think a lot of the times when people put their money towards crowdfunds like that, it's like they want to be in on the ground floor. They want to feel like they got that new hot shit before anybody else. Like, so I feel like companies, I don't know, I don't want to say companies know that, but like, that's why I don't do it. I'm like, yo, I'll get it if it's cool later on. There hasn't been Kickstarters that I backed, but not anything recently, not anything in the last 2 years. Easily pass it on that stuff. Obi-Wan saying, waiting for somebody to make a Deadpool faithful to his original drawing. We need a tall, lanky, wide receiver looking Deadpool. Yeah, that would be cool, man. Yeah, that would be actually pretty dope. You know what? I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that when I was posting this Deadpool, I was trying to get his like chest out, way out, like that Rob Liefeld Captain America. Then I was like, man, somebody should make that Captain America, like that big ass chest Captain America. Like, bro, that shit would be like the funnest fucking figure. Like, just the meme factor on that is just crazy, Rojo in the building says Street Toe Burgers. Yeah, there you go. Shit, man. Burger commercials. We got it. We got everything on this show. I think it was on their website. Yeah, it was like through their website, like a crowdfund through their website. But like I said, fuck them. I don't care what your name is. I would just, I would call the bank and charge back. Yeah, but like, how long ago was that? And like, sometimes just the hassle of it. It's like, man, did I just lose $60? Then I guess so. It's like, I'm not gonna. Oh, find this charge, and you could do that, but it's like, I don't know. I think people are doing that if they can, but like, if the company's dissolved, so who knows, Missed opportunity by Storm Marine for not making the V-ism a $75 4-pack. Now that would have been fucking smart as fuck, man. Hustle got to work for one of these companies. That would have been genius. That would have been something worth copping. Thor saying, wow, I stay away from Kickstarters too. That's unfortunate. Yeah, like I said, anytime you lose money, man, it's unfortunate. But I mean, it's fair warning to every collector out there. I think you have to know that before you put your money down on stuff. Like, it ain't a guarantee, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't like that HasLab model. And that's Hasbro, which is like, okay, they're not going to dissolve overnight. But I don't like that. You give people your money and you don't get your shit. This is the only place you do that, is the toy community. You just give your money away. Okay, I'll wait for my product. Like, okay, keep waiting, buddies. Like, I hate to see it too, man, but we'll keep it moving, man. Because like I said, not only that Vism, they are getting around to doing some repaints on that. So you get a Player 2 Ryu. And like I said, the Player 2 Ken already was shown off. And then we got a Player 3 with the yellow gi. So yeah, man. I mean, I see people picking some of these up. Shout out to Mr. Lee. He's kind of the guy. Him and like Isaac Wong, obviously, they get a lot of this stuff early. And I mean, it would be cool, if you got the funds for it and you really like the figures. Like, it would be cool to get all these types of reissues or repacks and stuff. Like, I'm not knocking it, but for me, I just kind of want the Player 1s. Since we already have Jada toys, also, I'm just looking for that Player 1 look from this company. Ghost Tab saying, Blue Ryu looking best. I don't really like his like gloves and stuff, but I do like that color of the gi. It is a cool look, and that's why I said like I think people still are gonna cop these because even this one I like this can. You know, can looking pretty dope, man. But not only are they doing Street Fighter, they are also doing the King of Fighters 98 line. And we got Kyo Kusanagi. So man, I feel like this is another company or another IP that's getting some love. I know Joy Toy put their pre-orders out for this set of fighters and stuff, like 3 of them. And it's kind of crazy that these guys are producing a 112 line for cheaper than those Joy Toy figures. Those Joy Toy figures are $50, where these are only $30. It's just like, look how good these looks. And like I said, that's what's dangerous when you get around to doing the same stuff as another company. And if a company is putting out this quality product, it's just like, maybe make something else. Maybe fucking make something else, man, because I don't know if your sales are going to be as good, and I mean, it's fair game to everybody, like I said, it's a free market, and, people can decide, especially if it's a different scale. You kind of, you probably get a little bit of an advantage there, but I feel like 112 stuff is what people are after, man. And I don't know, I haven't really pre-ordered any of these King of Fighters figures, but it might be a low production run on these because I was looking through BBTS for the listings and stuff. And yeah, these 2 previously that went up for pre-order are already kind of pre-order sold out. So I think you still will get your like opportunity to get them. But like I said, at $31 and $29, and then you look at the Joy Toys for $50, I was like, if I was a King of Fighters 98 fan, which line do you think I would go after? Like, I wouldn't want like the same characters, even if they're different scale. Like, I would be all over this line, and I think, like I said, anybody that's like a fan of these like old fighting games, man, they are loving what Storm Arena is doing, bro. Like, they're gonna do Darkstalkers, they're doing this, they're doing that Baki Hanma stuff. It's crazy all the stuff that they're putting out, man. So I don't know. Like I said, I kind of saw this and it kind of took me by surprise. I was like, damn, I wouldn't have thought these would have gone up for pre-order and have sold out, but I can imagine this Kyo Kusanagi because he has a more of an OG look. He's definitely one of those fighters that were like kind of one of the face cards, at least on the cabinets and stuff. Like, I would always see this guy, him, Terry Bogard and stuff. So I don't know. I might see what's up with this one at least. I didn't go in for fucking Johnny Bravo's cousin over here, and the other bigger dude, Goro Damon, he actually looks cool. He actually looks like a dope chunky ass figure too. So I don't know. I think just for the enjoyment of like getting to mess around with more Storm Arena stuff, I think people will go out for some of these pre-orders. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout. I think these are going to be a lot shorter production runs versus the Street Fighter stuff. I don't know if we're going to get player 2s and player 3s of these, like, I think they might just do main looks, try to finish out some of that roster, but that's what I don't know. Like, when it's no tooling involved, just a repaint, companies maybe can say, all right, yeah, we can squeeze a couple more dollars out of this shit. Let's see how many people would want it, gauge pre-orders and stuff. But I don't know, you don't want to overproduce stuff that people aren't going to buy. So that's where it gets tricky, and that's kind of the stuff that I would want to know, like, as far as insights behind the toy companies like approach to stuff, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what the player 2 would look like on this, but maybe it is a cooler look. Maybe people go after it, So we got to wait and see. What's the chat saying? KJ Smith in the house says, yo, what's up, peeps? Yo, what up, KJ? He's got 999 behind his. Everybody got their fucking numbers out. Hustle SM, you gotta change your shit back. I liked Hustle SM. I don't know what the SM stood for, but that was a dope name. It took me a while to land it, but the Storm Arena Yujiro can nail that pistol squat. Okay, yeah, dude, that Baki Hanma stuff. Oh man, like I said, I haven't watched the anime, but I think it's for the best that I don't watch too much stuff because, man, then you want toys of that shit, and like I said, I definitely gotta slow down on some of the shit I'm buying, man. Sometimes I buy it and I'm like, fuck, did I really need to get this? Obi-Wan saying Storm Collectibles seems to be hitting their stride with their 6-inch figs. Yeah, man. And like I said, I feel like they're such dumb idiots that never did this. Like, if you could have done this a long time ago, why the fuck didn't you? Why the hell did you plant your flag on just making 7-8-inch figures? That's the same thing. I understand the frustration with like Todd stuff. It's like you get these cool DC characters, but people want like a true 6-inch line. So we gotta wait to see what Mattel does too, because Mattel might fucking drop the ball too, and it's just like, it's gonna piss people off. So I don't know. B Rivera 3719 in the house. I'm gonna read everybody's fucking number. I don't give a fuck. Ghost Tab. Would you get Mortal Kombat if they were in Storm Arena line? Oh, 100%. 100%, dude. But I wouldn't want like a Mafex to do those. I don't know if I want a monopoly of Storm Arena, man, you know? The finger on fire reminds me of my colonoscopy. Hey, yo. King of Fighters, Joy Toy Storm Arena, and Tunchi Studios. Yeah, I got the Tunchi Terry, man, but after seeing the Storm Arena stuff, I'm like, yeah, I think I should have waited for these guys, man. But I didn't know, you know, at the time I didn't know. But overall, I think they're off to a great start. Like Obi-Wan saying, man, they're definitely hitting their stride with the 6-inch stuff, and they're definitely going to continue to see sales, man. But yo, jumping back over to Capcom again, we got Mega Man X, and man, dude, this shit threw me off when I saw this week. I said, didn't we see this go up for pre-order already? But like I said, man, different companies doing the same stuff. The one that's already out right now is actually the 3-0. And dude, for my money, I like that. I like that regular Mega Man. I didn't pick up their the Mega Man X version, but that one's already out. But after seeing this, I think the only gripe I have with it is this fucking Haya. It's probably gonna be 2028 before we see this in hand, but I gotta say this one looks a lot better. The color on it pops a lot more. It's got different effects, more hands, more faceplates. I say, man, this Haya stuff looking good, bro. But it's the same gripe that a lot of people are gonna have with this company. It's just too many pre-orders, man. Too many and too few product out in the out available already. You know, it's been taking forever to get one of those Godzilla figures, man. I'm barely seeing like reviews on it slowly trickle out, and I'm like, dude, I had a pre-order on Amazon and it just never came through. And I'm like, you know what? I canceled it. I'm like, I'll get it like on another shop. And I'm waiting on this shop that's kind of local here that they have it arriving soon. But man, that's just been over like a month and a half. They said that this is gonna arrive soon. It still hasn't landed. But man, I saw a review on it. It's dope as fuck. So I definitely want to get my hands on their stuff. But man, it's just a bummer waiting so long, you know, for some of this shit. But man, this Mega Man, dude, like I said, this shit looks good, man. Like, you know, I got that, like I said, that little regular looking Mega Man from 3-0, and I was thinking about getting the Mega Man X, but after seeing this one, I'm like, you know what? I'm in no rush to do it, but depending on which company does 0 first, then that's, or at least shows it off, you know, because these guys probably won't have it in hand first, but at least shows it off first. That's probably going to be the company I go with, because I definitely won't want to mix lines here. It's just I don't want 2 Mega Man X versions of different companies or whatever. I'm already kind of thinking about not doing that so much with the Storm Arena stuff and the Jada stuff. It's like, man, if Storm Arena is already going to finish that Alpha 3 roster, I'm sorry, Jada. Like I said it 2 weeks ago, I said, hey, I'll give him extra points, but man, it is kind of lame to have to buy the same character, the same version. Like, I get buying multiple Batmans, I get buying multiple Spider-Mans, but sometimes that shit's just too niche, you know. It's too niche when it's Street Fighter, you know. It's like, dude, this is the same damn game, same damn looks. Like, you know, one company's going to be better, you know, than the other. So, you know, why don't you just go with that one? And right here, it's the same thing. It's just too niche of a fucking look for Mega Man that I don't need 2 companies of it. But this looks good, you know. I'm not gonna say it doesn't. The 3-0 one is only like $40, $50, and I believe this one's gonna be in the $80, $70, $80 price point. So I don't know, you know, maybe that factors into stuff. But for me, I'll wait for now. Like I said, I'm in no rush to get a Mega Man X version, but he does look cool as fuck. You know, he does look badass. Like I said, if I should have got the side-by-side pictures, but the blue on this one definitely pops a lot more. I like the look of it. So we gotta wait and see, man. B Rivera saying, when did these damn numbers start pissing me off? I don't know, man. I just barely noticed it today. I said, why does everybody got a name change? Liquid below 0 in the house. See, my man Liquid got that shit right. Like, is that everybody, bro? Is my shit fucked up? Is that shit fucked up? Hold on. Let's see how that shit goes through. Nah, my shit's good. That's just all blurry. Oh man, I'll fix that logo up, bro. I'm looking cheap. Ghost Staff saying, Haya will put on pre-order the entire Mega Man line before they release their Mega Man in stock. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You know, but it's just like, look at the pictures right here. This shit looks like it's, you know, is this a render? It's like, yeah, it kind of is, right? But man, it looks good. It looks like fucking like a prototype. At least this one, I think it is a prototype. That's what I just trips me out. Their shit takes so goddamn long. It's like, bro, man, get another factory, man, you know. But we gotta jump to the SH Figure Arts because, man, like I said a few weeks ago, man, it looked like this Yu Yu Hakusho line was dead in the water, and apparently not, man, because we got my boy Kurama going up for pre-order. And man, I love this guy, bro. He's my favorite character in that fucking anime. Everybody likes Hiei. Everybody slurps Hiei. Kurama was a fucking G, bro. Like he was just cool as fuck. I did have the Dasin of this one. But like I said, man, it's just so dumb of these guys to do these looks for the Dark Tournament. You wanted their iconic school uniform looks, man. Like I just like that shit from the anime. That's what always stood out to me was like, well, Stu has like a green uniform, this dude has a blue one, a red one. It's something about that. I don't know. Like as a Power Ranger fan back in the day, it's just cool to kind of separate them by colors. You know, they look cool. Their looks were always dope as fuck, you know. So it's like I said, it's kind of a bummer to get these like later arc looks, but I guess that's just what Bandai is doing. You know, they're not gonna give you like the quintessential look or the favorite look because they're gonna want you to buy the damn figure twice. And I don't know, for that reason, it kind of pisses me off. But seeing that the line isn't dead in the water, it's pretty refreshing, bro. I was kind of worried about this shit because like I brought up, I believe it was like 2-3 weeks ago, I was checking out the ACBA podcast, and yeah, they brought it up, and I forgot about this. I forgot about this line completely, you know. The Yusuke came out, I got him. I passed up on the Toguro because even that one, I wanted his power down look, man. I like how he looked with his fucking coat, his fucking lokes and shit. I was like, this dude looks sick. He just looks like a badass, like, you know, villain and shit. And I don't like his powered up look is cool in the anime because it's like, damn, this was yoking the fuck up, but it was just too gnarly of a look for like, I don't know. I want the classic look, you know. So like I said, after that one, I was like, I'll wait for the power down look, but it was just dumb of these guys to put that figure out because the fucking sales slowed down, and I was like Yusuke right here. I was kind of pissed off, you know, because yeah, you're not gonna get everybody to pre-order this stuff, you know, if you don't give them like the favorite looks. And that's what I mean about the approaches from companies. It's like, what are you guys fucking doing? Like, what are you guys doing for real, man? Not everything has to be on money grab. You don't have to make people buy shit twice. You could just give them the look everybody wants, you know, and just be happy with that. But you know, they want to trickle it out. Hey, I go for it, you know. But yo, probably the only knock I have on this and like most things on SH Figure Arts is just them being so cheap when it comes to the soft goods, you know. I think we're seeing it across the board from domestic companies, from import companies, third-party companies. It's like that cost of the soft goods, it's factoring into the figure, man. Like factor that into the figure, and I think you're gonna get more sales because like I'm going for GPS slot. If I do get this figure, I'm going to GPS slot. I'm gonna try to get like a soft goods kind of little overlay, at least on the bottom half. You know, I know they can kind of do something. I don't know if it'll be too tricky to kind of match that fucking like off yellowish color, but that thing that drapes over the front is it just doesn't look fun to pose around. And for that reason, I think I'm gonna pass because, like I said, their school uniform looks. It's just they got straight leg pants, kind of like a little blazer jacket type on the top. Man, it looks clean. You know, you could pose them out like a ninja or whatever. Where this is just you got to kind of plug that out so it kind of can be flowing in the wind. I don't like that. That's so lame. It's like Bandai, stop being cheap asses. Just fucking fabricate a little piece of cloth and stick a fucking wire in it. Like, come on, guys. You guys, this is just so cheap that it just pisses me off looking at this shit, honestly. As much as I like the characters, as much as I like the anime, it's just this ain't it, Bandai, you know. And it's just you get the excitement because yeah, it's back. Woo! It's back, guys. Buy this shit, it ain't dead. But not like this. Not like this, man. Please, Bandai, don't be like Hasbro. Don't kick us in the fucking nuts, please. for the life of us, man, please. Hustle saying 5K Toys won't let me purchase my LPZZ Batman until I get an additional email from them. Shake my head. Anyone else having issues with second payment prompt? You know what? I'm waiting for fucking Toku Collectibles where I got my shit. So, but it's taking a minute. I'm actually concerned now. Let's fucking go. This shit means something to me. What the fuck is this guy on? Fucking B Rivera's losing it, bro. Yes, I hope we get the Silver Fox. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. But dude, that's what I feel like they should have given us the standard looks, gone to that Silver Fox look, get those powered up looks, And then you could kind of go back, people that really want to be completionists and fill out their shells. Like, there's still gonna be people like that, but don't kick us in the nuts, bro. Like, I want a Kurama. I don't want this one. Like, I'll wait, and I'll risk the detriment of the line on it, because I'm not buying this shit twice. Like I said, I had got the Datsun and I let that one go. I was like, yo, fuck this. I don't want to buy this shit 3 times. SHF probably knew Datsun released the OG look, so they probably released these OG fits. I still have my Datsun. They're still pretty dope in my honest opinion. Yeah, and it was Datsun, and then there's another company too. I forgot the name of them, but they were the first ones that came out with that soft goods Yusuke, and I remember that looked good. And then Datsun came out, and those look better. But those are kind of more 7-inch scale-ish, But I don't know, the design of the characters, like I said, he's kind of a more taller type. Yeah, it works. I did like the Datsun, but I'll let it go. I was like, you know what? I let it go when we hadn't even seen Hiei. Or I think the Hiei came out and not everybody liked that one because I don't know if he was too tall. So I was like, yeah, this is not going to be the best line. And I couldn't imagine Bandai would be like dragging this shit out, because I don't think at the time they even announced the line, but I had a feeling that one day they would, them or Figma. And yeah, I thought that would be better. And it hasn't came to fruition, man. NYC Figure Fanatic says, what up, NYC? Got the right name and shit. Everybody with the name change. I wonder if Figuarts will make Batman or Young Sensei. Botan or Young Sensei. I said Batman. I don't know. See, like I said, it's to the detriment of the line when you have to wait it out so long, SHF Naruto line needs more characters released. Killer Bee, Chogi, to name a few. Man, I gotta get that fucking Rock Lee. What's up with Rock Lee, bro? Like, dude, tripping. Dude, Bandai is on some shit, bro. Figuarts didn't even bother making those Rose Whip wire. Yeah, I know. It's like, can you guys just make a few less common writers and stop cheaping out on the cool stuff? It's like, we get it. Everybody loves Common Rider out there. We get it. We get it. But man, can you guys just make like a handful less? They make every fucking Common Rider trick the fuck out. Best articulation, best accessories. And then this shit is like a fucking piece of plastic with a couple thorns on it. It's like, oh no. This ain't it. I don't care what this guy says. This ain't fucking it, bro. Knowing Bandai, they'll make EA a P Bandai exclusive. Yeah, everybody loves EA, so yeah, they're probably gonna stick it in them. I think the arms were too long for EA. Yeah, it was definitely something that was off on that one, but like I said, for me, it was just enough to kind of just say, oh, I'll wait for like a not third party release, like an official release. But man, it's been fucking years. It's been like at least 4 years, honestly, waiting on that. So yeah, we'll see what's up with it, man. But yo, like I said, the line's not dead. They're bringing back that use case for a re-release. So if you didn't get it in the past, get an opportunity now. And like I said, they're gonna also kick you in the nuts, give you a little DLC and stuff. This is just stupid too. It's just like, stop doing this. Also, like, this is just dumb. I hate DLC. I hate the approach that Bandai does sometimes, but they're gonna keep doing it, man. They're gonna keep doing it because they got every fucking anime imaginable to make figures of, man. Because we move over to My Hero Academia. We got Bakugo in his first day look or new day look. I forgot what the fuck this shit was called. Like I said, I don't My Hero Academia, but what happened to my guy right here, man? That first release, he looked cool as fuck. Right here, he looks all tore the fuck up, man. Did this fool get his ass kicked or something? Because when I first saw this, I thought it was just like a battle damage look. Like I didn't really read like the caption or anything like that, but I was kind of listening to a few people talk about this thing, and yeah, I guess it's from a specific arc, obviously, but I just like I said, I don't My Hero Academia, so it's Bakugo the beginning. Whatever the hell that means. For my Hero Academia fans, I apologize. But yeah, like I said, that first release looked a lot better to me. Just like I guess it's just like full armor look. This kind of looks a little battle damage, but apparently that first release wasn't that great, right? They had like a few QC issues and stuff. So I don't know if you could attribute that to the design of the character, or if it was just Bandai being Bandai with that Vietnamese factory. Because yeah, I remember getting my SH Figuarts trunks, and it felt good at first, but yeah, after kind of messing around with it, it definitely got a lot loose in the legs. And yeah, there was just a few figures that were coming out from Bandai at the time that were just not up to standards for their releases and stuff. So I don't know if this was one of them, but Since I don't My Hero Academia, I pass on all their releases, but this is a line that's getting a good amount of pre-orders going its way, you know. Like Hustle was saying, we need like more Naruto stuff. Like I'm waiting on fucking Rock Lee. Rock Lee's way. I don't know My Hero Academia, but I know he could kick this dude's ass. Rock Lee can fucking definitely mop the floor with this guy. So it's like, where's that shit at, Bandai? Like stop over licensing yourself. Like stop getting so many goddamn licenses, because I don't know, man. I just don't see their shit selling that much, you know. Overall, I feel like if they just concentrated on one thing and just pump all that stuff out, I think they would get more sales. But I don't know. It's just my perspective on it. I could be completely off on that, or I probably am. But it's definitely a talking point among like collectors that these guys just kind of spread themselves out too much. And you know, for people that are individual fans of specific animes or whatever, it's like, you kind of just want this. Like, I know when this went up for pre-order, there was definitely people in the comment section, Jujutsu Kaisen, what's up? There's other people, Naruto, what's up? Where's the Naruto stuff? Because yeah, it's frustrating, you know, where you're just kind of playing a waiting game and stuff, trying to complete a line, and it's just it's not anywhere close, you know. Ghost Tap saying Kamen Rider Zits is lit so far. They put the episode on YouTube for everybody to watch. Zits. I gotta check that, man. I gotta check that. I bought the Yusuke on sale for 30 plus. I can't wait to get the rest on sale. Yeah, that's probably the move, right? I think if I do get that Kurama, yeah, I'll probably wait for a sale on that. Agreed. That's Chef Rock Lee. Yeah, that'd be figure of the year right there when they drop my man. But we'll see, man. And like I said, I don't My Hero Academia, but you know, maybe for the fans that are like watching this stuff or did enjoy the anime, the manga and stuff, they're probably picking these up and they're probably digging them. And then I saw some talk around this SH Figuarts Spider-Man. Apparently people thought it was gonna get canceled or something. But I guess it's just specific markets in China and stuff, you know, Hong Kong area and stuff like that. But I'm sure they have their means to get the stuff. But it's just crazy to see when news hits like this. It's like people read some shit on Reddit and stuff and they start passing along like, this shit's canceled. Like, no fucking way they're canceling the goddamn Spider-Man, you know. But it is a specific look to Spider-Man, you know, and a lot of people do say that this Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Spider-Man design has like heavy McFarlane influence, you know. So when I first saw that, I was like, damn, is Todd shutting these guys down? Because I don't know if he has any kind of rights to that shit, but when you have these specific looks, like it's definitely inspired by certain artists and stuff. And I don't know, with the creation of AI now, we're gonna be seeing a lot of shit like that, where it's like you think something's coming out and it might not come out because it might be tied to some kind of specific look that an artist has or something, you know. But I did think that I was like, yo, fucking Todd shutting this shit down, because I always thought that. I remember just playing that game and I'm like, man, this shit definitely has that lanky look to Todd stuff, and the eyes, the mask and stuff. It definitely looks like that Toddy Mac Spider-Man's. Just testing to see if I got rid of those lame numbers in my name. You did. You fucking did it, bro. I'm proud of you. Yeah, I think you got to go to the settings on your account and just switch it up. So Omar V, sup amigos, Hard Fast and Ugly. Yo, what up, Hard Fast? My man, chilling. USA, we go too good with SHF Spider. USA, yeah, fuck yeah, man. Ghost saying, when is Omar watching the Tajima Wants to Be Kamen Rider anime? Kamen Rider, bro. Like I said, I don't Kamen Rider, so I'm talking my shit, but I just feel Bandai does too much Kamen Rider, man. But yo, from one Spidey to the next, we jump into the Rebel Tech Amazing Yamaguchi Symbiote Spider-Mans, and damn, bro, Mess Toys could not mess this up. Hey, yo. Oh shit, man. I was thinking of that all fucking day when I was getting the slides. I was like, yeah, that's gonna sound great. Oh shit, man. But yo, this figure actually looks off the fucking hook, bro. For something to just be pretty simple, you know, it's like everybody thought this would be pretty simple for them to do. Just repaint the damn figure, give it that symbiote Spider-Man look, maybe tweak around some of the accessories. It's like, bro, that was just money left on the table from fucking Kyoto, to the point where you got bootleggers doing that shit, doing updates on it, recast on the molds and stuff to put, you know, superior Spider-Man arms on that shit. It's just like, it's something that people thought, what is fucking Kyoto doing? What is Amazing Yamaguchi gonna put this shit out? Stop fucking around, you know? And for them to kind of put out an all new, like, kind of not all new, but kind of a retool sculpt on their body. Because if you're looking at the figure, it kind of has like these like veiny parts on its body and stuff. And I don't know, I think it makes for a cool look. I think it definitely makes for like a standout look. And I did see some people kind of talking about like the head sculpt kind of being too smooth. My dude's smooth brained and shit. But I don't know. I still think it looks cool. I still think it looks dope as fuck. I didn't pick up that mess toys and stuff. But man, I don't really buy too many amazing Yamaguchis. I was kind of looking at my collection and it's like I only have a fucking War Machine. I have an Iron Man. I have Deadpool, X-Force Deadpool. What else did I have? I had like 2 or 3 more, but the Moon Knight, the Black Panther I have, and that's pretty much it. I don't think I have any much more. So it's like it's not really a line of stuff that I collect, and I'm like looking at this, I'm like, man, this shit does look badass. Oh, I had the Agent Venom. So it's not like some shit that I collect really. So I'm like, man, do I really need this shit? But man, it does look badass, and these are definitely like line of figures that people definitely get FOMO on, man, because they just pose like no other. And even though Mess Toys came out and kind of gave you a bootleg version of it, because it's definitely a bootleg version of it when you see it side by side with this. Like I said, this just hits different, it's got like added accessories that I don't know why those guys at Mess Toys didn't think of stuff like this, kind of mess around with the symbiote and stuff. Like this looks cool as fuck, The one thing that I always do hate about Amazing Yamaguchi is their fucking, pre-order through their site, accessory fucking wall and stuff. They get this extra added head sculpts that are a lot of the times the better head sculpt. I'm gonna be quite honest. They recently did it with that Gwenpool. She has a really cool head sculpt. That Catwoman, I have the Catwoman also. She has a great head sculpt that I wish I would have got that I didn't because I didn't pre-order through her site. But it kind of annoys me, and it's just like I said sometimes, and it's the same shit with like Mondo stuff. It's like they put these windows or they put these like extra exclusives of stuff that it's like pay us now. Well, no, like okay, then you're not getting this accessory. Okay, then I'm not buying this shit because if I don't get the full amount of stuff, I don't care if I have to pay a year from now. I should still be able to get the same shit as like the next person that paid the same amount. But because they paid, a year before, it's like they get the full experience. And for me, that's always a kind of a turnoff. So that's kind of a petty way to collect. But hey, man, it saves me some money, because yeah, this head sculpt is badass, and it's not all the time. Like I said, I missed out on that Venom head sculpt on the Agent Venom. Like that head sculpt was badass, and like I said, a lot of times it's the better head sculpt, and it's just I wish these guys would get away from that, Like I don't know why companies do that shit, like it's just I get it, you get the money up front, but man, if you're a reputable company, you're not like some fucking third party company or something that's like you shouldn't be hurting that bad for the fucking money. Like produce the goods and then you get your fucking money. That's how it works, man, At least that's the way I do it. Cause like I said, you look at people with that ninja scroll money tied up. That shit's long gone as far as I know. Like you shouldn't have to be waiting for your stuff when you give your money up front. That's all I'm saying, But man, this figure does look badass. It's one that I'll definitely put on my radar, but like I said, since I don't like Rebel Tech too hard, it might be one that I pass up on, but I don't know right now. But it looks cool as fuck. It's definitely one of the cooler pre-orders of the week. Just like I said, Spider-Man always gets that attention, man. Whether it's that fig arts that was showing off like a few weeks ago. I remember when this thing was revealed, everybody was talking about it. Like this shit is hot, and it's cool to see the different spin from different companies that kind of do it. So that's kind of why that mess toy shit is kind of annoying to me, honestly. As cool as they look, it's a bootleg, and it's like, man, come up with your own shit, you pieces of crap. Like stop biting other motherfuckers, because look at Bandai. They came out with this shit. Any bootlegger could have done this, and they probably will now because they got, a company that did it already, did all the tooling, did all the fucking engineering and stuff. And I don't know, for me, I always look at that like that could definitely end the hobby one day because these companies are gonna get snuffed out. You can't compete with companies that are not licensing and shit, not playing fair. And a lot of times it's fucking China, so China can go fuck itself, man. But man, that's like my little tangent about bootlegs and stuff. But like I said, people buy whatever they want, and you could choose to buy whatever you want. I have my decisions on the way I pre-order stuff or what I order sometimes, and sometimes that thought process does cross my mind. It's like, man, I don't really need a goddamn symbiote Spider-Man, you know, even if it's a fucking $30 bootleg. And then now you get the real deal, and it's like, hey, this one to me honestly looks better. So I wouldn't mind paying that extra to the company that actually produced it the right way, the legit way, and kind of help these guys continue business, because that's just how we're gonna continue to get more cool shit. If every company is losing money, if every company's getting ripped off, then man, that's an easy way for the fucking hobby to end. So that's just my 2 cents on the topic. It's the Yamaguchi toy modeled after CT Toys design. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like, yeah, these guys look like the company that's biting, right? Because like, oh, these guys already made the symbiote Spider-Man. The Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man design is Mark Magley. So Mark Bagley. So they one up Todd on this one. Yeah, it isn't Mark Bagley. It kind of to me has a little Todd inspiration to it, but yeah, I definitely also see that Mark Bagley look you're talking about. The head is too polished, doesn't match the body texture. Yeah, yeah, it kind of does look a little funny, huh? But I don't know. I still like the way it looks. You know, I just feel like I don't know. I still think it works. Even though I do agree with that, it does have like a, but I can't imagine, like, can you imagine his head all veiny and textured out? I don't think I would like how that looks. Like, how would that look? That would look worse, wouldn't it? Like, like he has all these like textures on his fucking face, on his head and shit. It's like, the fuck? Nah, man, nah. And maybe you could have said the body should have been smooth, but I don't know. I like the way the body looks. So in totality, I think I like the way the whole thing looks. But yo, I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely gonna be a hot pre-order for sure. You know, people are definitely gonna go in for this, and people that bought that mess toys are still gonna go in for this, I think, because it's still cool as fuck, you know. So that definitely says a lot, and it's a testament to the quality that Kyoto's putting out, man. Because even though bootleggers are coming out first with certain paint jobs, it's like no, we still got the hot shit, baby. So hopefully they get their money's worth, and hopefully collectors get the stuff that they're after. If it's bootleg or official release, it's no knock on it. But yo, we'll move over to fucking Marvel Legends, because they're definitely getting their Spider-Mans on also. And MCM London was going on this weekend. Shout out to Dan Who Reviews. My boy Dan, he was out there streaming this shit. And yeah, we got to take a look at the full reveal to the Spider-Man retro card wave. And I believe we got to see the Cardiac and the Spider-Man 2099 a few weeks ago at New York Comic Con. And yeah, everybody kind of noticed that, you know, they're on these card bags. So where's the rest of the wave? So we flash forward to this week, and we got the rest of the wave, guys. So man, not far behind, retro Spider-Man from the Venom Wars. So we got Spider Venom, and you know, Hasbro Marvel Legends definitely likes their fucking Spider-Man figures, man. They got some pretty decent bodies out there for this figure, man, or for this character. I mean, probably some of their best bodies in-house, like some of the best tooled up bodies that they have are for Spider-Man. You got the Amazing Fantasy right here that I think people kind of pointed out already. So just like a repaint on that body. That's probably my favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Man behind the Maximum. You know, I know the Renew Your Vows is another good one, but this one right here, I just like the proportions on it. I like the articulation in the chest. I mean, the abs and stuff, like that reverse ab crunch, I like a lot. Where we look at this Spider Venom figure, and I don't know, man, I didn't read the fucking Venom War. I heard like everything in Marvel Comics right now is just a convoluted mess, kind of unnecessary storylines and stuff, but that's just comics. It's just current comics, modern day comics. So I don't know if I would necessarily go in for this, but I did think it was interesting to kind of see that fucking like that chain and shit, as opposed to webbing, because I did read some of the Venom comic series probably a couple of years ago, where it had Dylan Brock taking on the symbiote, and yeah, his Venom is actually fucking like has like chains around his arms and stuff. So I don't know if that has to do with some kind of like the symbiote swap on this Peter Parker now, but I thought that was interesting. And yeah, I don't know. I said for me it's an easy pass, but if I see this like at Target or something, it'd be hard to pass up on it, because it's a Spider-Man body on a, you know, it's a Spider-Man on a good body. It's pretty cool costume. Got some interesting kind of highlights on it, like on his hands, on his feet and stuff. So I don't know, might make for a fun Spider-Man figure. Just something different for that Spider-Verse shelf you have or something. So it's not bad, but it's pretty slim pickings and stuff, because we move into the retro Spider-Man wave, Uncanny Nightcrawler Spider-Man. So this is definitely modern Marvel comics, man. This is, like I said, it's just a convoluted mess a lot of the times. I don't know if this was in the Venom War or a different version of or a different comic series, but we got Nightcrawler with a Spider-Man symbiote or something. I don't know if it's a symbiote or if he just took on the mantle, or I don't know what was going on in this storyline, but I feel like this is a little bit unnecessary, you know. I do like that effect though, man. That Nightcrawler effect and shit, where he just kind of like disappears and appears and stuff. That boof. But I don't know if I would get this figure for that. And then the other one is the sword that he has. I know the X-Men 97 Nightcrawler didn't have that sword. I just took it from my old one, but you don't have that one, and you do want a sword for your Nightcrawler. That would be a cool way to get it. Get the effect, you get the sword, and then you could probably stick this Spider-Man in the back somewhere. Or maybe just use it for custom fodder, you know? Like I said, it's not like the worst body. It's not the best Spider-Man body in the world. I think it's actually the Nightcrawler body. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but they definitely got to get away from that god awful waist swivel on some of these figures, man. It's just not it. But I think the effects on this thing might sell it. You know, the effects and like I said, the sword, the accessories on this thing might sell it. But shout out to my man NYC. This comment, yep, for sure, man. Can't argue with that. Another Legends Ross wave. Man, the Ross shoppers are eating good, bro. It pisses me off when I walk into a Ross. I walk right by that security. He follows me all the way to the corner where the toys are. I look like an idiot, not getting shit, and I walk right back out. Feel like a complete idiot because it's like I don't get shit in my Ross, man. But shout out to the Ross hunters out there, bro. They're eating good out there, man. And yeah, you you love to see it, man. You love to see that Hasbro shit, that new Hasbro shit at Ross. That RossCon is in full effect all the time, man. It's fucking hilarious. All these reveals are ass. Yeah, because I don't know, man. I thought this one was okay because of the accessories. I thought this one was it's kind of half decent, very lazy repaint, you know. But it's like, you know, they're on these nice card backs, you know. What can I say? And then we move into Marvel's Owl, and fuck, for the life of me, I don't know this guy. I don't want to know this guy, and I don't want this figure, man. Like when I saw this shit, I said, "Fuck, holy hell, bro." This is dangerous here. We're scraping bottom of the barrel here with this shit, man. Where I was like, yeah, what's the coolest thing on this thing? I said, hey, the owl's kind of cool. As lame as that is, it's like, yeah, I could do something with that owl. That owl looks pretty okay. But man, this figure looks like hell, bro. Like this motherfucker just looks like nothing I want in my collection at fucking all. I think the highest selling point on this is just a hobo body. Like you could take the head sculpt off, you could give like a fucking, you know, some kind of hobo head sculpt on it, some kind of just regular civilian head sculpt on it, maybe, you know. And then yeah, you got yourself a nice hobo. But outside of that, it's not much here, you know. And I don't know, that's a good selling point, man. You got a hobo, you get a couple of those classified police officers beating this motherfucker up on the ground and shit. Might be fun, you know. But outside of that, this is easy pass, you know. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be at that RossCon next year for sure, for fucking sure. And I just find it hilarious. RossCon used to be like November. That shit goes all the way through summer, all through fall, all through fucking winter, and it's like, bro, you you get that shit all year round. It's like, bro, there's no stopping RossCon, man. That shit is in full swing half the year, bro. It's fucking hilarious, man. So, yeah, you'll see this sometime in May for sure. Definitely catching this at Ross. Man, this guy gives pedo vibes. Hey, are you action figure Boncho with a different name? He said the same shit. Oh no, he said this looks like a GameStop employee. And you know what? That might be the same shit. That's why I thought it was the same joke. Owl looks like a Wolverine fanboy. Yeah, he looks. I was watching 3POA yesterday, and I said, "This looks like Wolverine's uncle, the gay one." Wolverine got a bird now. No, man, this is gay uncle, bro. Shit, this is terrible, man. This is terrible shit right here. I'm with you, Omar. That's me at Ross. Security always watch me walk out empty-handed. Yeah, it's like I walk straight in. They say good morning or whatever, you know, say hello. I just walk right past them and say hello, and then I walk and I don't turn around, but I know they're following me because then when I fucking get over there to the toys like a fucking weirdo, they're like in the next section and shit, just looking around. Like, I know you follow me over here, you piece of shit. What am I gonna do? Steal your fucking cheap ass shit? Maybe. Even the owl was disappointed on his owner. Yeah, exactly. That owl was not impressed, bro. I was like, "Take me home, you piece of shit." Didn't even get the next maximum tees. I didn't, dude. I didn't. You know what? I forgot to get that slide, but I don't know what that is, man. Somebody go look at that on Dan Who's Instagram and tell me what that is. Cause yeah, I didn't get that one either. Maximum owl comes with full articulated owl. I'm saying the owl is the best shit on this thing. Owl looks like I would come in a Chris Hansen 2-pack. Hey yo. But yeah, man. After that, we moved into the Hypno Hustler, and I don't know, man. This shit, I've said it before. That's toyetic factor is a high selling point, but I don't think this is toyetic factor, bro. I think this is just a little bit too much for me. I didn't even know who the fuck this guy was. I think I've seen him one time, like some kind of Marvel thing, but I was like, when I saw this shit, I was like, why does this look familiar? But I could have been thinking of something else, but I don't know, man. I think for maybe the meme factor, maybe, but I just feel like I don't know, something about this is just a little bit too much for me. It's an all white body with like pink guitar, a little afro and shit. And yeah, it's kind of cool, but like I said, I just like, man, this would just stand out on my shelf too much. Even like on a Marvel shelf, it stands out for even a Marvel comic book shelf, like, and I don't know if that necessarily is a good thing, but I don't know. Maybe you get some interesting kind of customs coming out of this. It's like all white body. Um, get that pink guitar is pretty cool. But yeah, this wave is definitely not it, man. I just found it hilarious that it's like you got all the people at MCM London. They're like, yeah, we're ready for the reveals, guys. They show them this shit, and it's just like, man, those are hardcore fans out there, man. And they were like fake excited over this shit. It's like, fuck, you guys get Hypno Hustler. The SDCC, we're getting fucking Apocalypse. It's like, oh shit, man, that sucks. But like I said, Hasbro got to spread themselves out, man. I just feel like, you know what, this is something you should just put out like February, March, where it's slow as fuck. Yeah, I'm good on this, but hey, man, there's people out there that want to continue filling out these Spider-Man retro card back walls and shit. For me, I would feel foolish putting this on my wall, even if it has like a retro Spider-Man card back. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who the fuck is this guy? Like even to the normies, it's like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy that you're putting on your wall? Like I think Spider-Man, Venom, yeah, that's cool. It's like, hey, everybody can recognize this shit, but even even this guy too, the owl, it's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what the fuck? It's a maximum disappointment. There you go, my man. Final Crash, aka Raceland. Yeah, this is just too much. We'll end up at Ross next fall. Yeah, I don't think you gotta wait till fall, man. I'm saying next summer for sure. Maybe springtime. Maybe this goes directly to Ross. So yeah, we'll see what's up with this, man. And then I didn't even notice like the effect differences on his feet and stuff. So you got like, I guess he could shoot something out of his feet and shit. So I don't know. He's farting out of his toes and stuff. Or his feet stink. He's got the stink smell coming out. Oh shit, man. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's up with this wave, man. I think it's got a couple decent ones. That 2099, I'm getting my hands on that. And the cardiac, I know people were after that one. So I don't know, if you kind of look at the totality of it, it's not the worst wave. There's definitely been some stinkers out there, but yeah, it's not anything to be that excited over. Even the 2099, as much as I like that one, it's like I got the Mayfix already on that. I love that Mayfix figure. That's probably one of the recent great Mayfixes out there. That was a good one, but I don't know. The rest of this is just those two Spider-Man figures for me are maybes. Very low possibility that I get them. The cardiac's a maybe also, but that's another one that I'm like not too hyped over. So yeah, and Owl and Hypno Hustler, yeah, I'll definitely see those on the timeline. Somebody at Ollie's or something. And then we move into their Marvel Sentinels variant editions, and like I said, man, very little to get excited over there, man, at this event. But yeah, here we have repaints on these Sentinels from the video game. And man, like I said, it's not much to get excited over, man. These look very, very niche. It's like I couldn't even remember these variants in the video game. I do remember they were like different colors, but I didn't remember what colors they were, like a few of them. So I was like, I couldn't have told you that these were a possibility, but they got to get reuse out of those molds and stuff, continue to get some reuse out of it. So I guess, maybe there might be some people that are going for it. I can't necessarily say I am. But yeah, this is kind of a miss. I think if they wanted to get some reuse out of the molds, is just reissue those Sentinels. It sold pretty well for them. But even I saw people trying to dump those, man. I remember I passed on them, but I thought they did look kind of cool when they first were revealed. It's like, yeah, they got that fucking toyetic pink on them and shit, that Sentinel pink, purple. So they look cool, but I passed on them ultimately. And these are easy pass, even more so than those first looks. So I'm good on that. Ghost Tap saying, I hate the stomach articulation on 2099. Oh, you like that reverse ab crunch? I like that, man. I like that more so than the old crunch. I don't know, but that's just there's definitely people that don't like it, but I actually like that shit. But yeah, definitely there's definitely better shit that they could do out there, man. I think they need to come up with some kind of ball joint at the waist kind of articulation. That would be the move. Looks more like Hypno has been. Yeah, this shit reminded me of this guy at Venice Beach. I forget his name. It was like something Perry, I think his name was. He just like rolls around the boardwalk like on rollerblades and the guitar and shit. Like super iconic look. But I would want to figure him. I would want to figure his ass, not my man Hypno Hustler. But when I was looking at this, I was like, man, it reminded me so much of that. I was like, man, you can kind of make a custom out of this shit, low key, just some fucking crazy motherfucker. And even for that, maybe even for like toy photography, you see some crazy motherfuckers on the street, like in Hollywood or something. This definitely looks like a crazy person just on the street playing music and shit. So you could kind of definitely get some toy photography out of that for sure. But yeah, these Sentinels, going back to these are god awful. So easily passing on this. And then we move into the retro card back Target exclusive Emma Frost in a diamond form. So we got a diamond form edition. And I don't know, when I first saw this, I said, I could pass on this. But then I noticed this Emma Frost head sculpt right here on the right. And that's actually the only Emma Frost figure that I have, is that old ass one where she had like a black costume. Never liked that costume, man. But I never got the Hellfire Gala exclusive, the box set. And then what's the last one that came out? It was the Astonishing Emma Frost. I was like, I didn't like that shit either. I was like, bro, I don't need her to be translucent. I just need her tits to be fucking ginormous, okay? It's like, can we just be civilized here? Can we just make your fucking tits extra big? We don't need the translucent body, okay? So yeah, this is definitely reused from that body. Obviously you get the translucent head sculpts and stuff, the translucent torso. So I don't know, maybe it's a selling point, because like I said, I did like this head sculpt. I have that Emma Frost head sculpt on the one that I have, but it's she's not the fucking the White Queen and shit. She's like in a black costume. I always thought that was dumb, but it's the only one I have. So I was like always kind of on the lookout for something else. But man, I don't know. I'm actually looking at that 97 one right now, and I'm like, you know what? It's actually not that bad looking. I just didn't like the head sculpt, but yeah, I could just pop and swap a different head on it or something, Yeah, I definitely got to be on the lookout for like a third party customizer on the head sculpt on that, because I want something that fits. But like I said, man, it's like, dude, we don't need this shit to be translucent, Hasbro. Just give us the damn tits to be big. That's it. That's all we want. It can have pins on it and everything. I don't give a fuck. Shit, man. We're simple men here, guys. Let's be civilized, Hasbro. Translucent figure. Don't be ridiculous, man. Just make your tits big. God damn it. Shit, man. But yeah, this one's actually not too bad. Like I said, this head sculpt right here really sells it, man. The other head sculpt I didn't like. I hated that Astonishing X-Men head sculpt, Emma Frost, and they kind of repacked that one in there. I wish it would have gave us the other one with the short hair, translucent, but I don't know if I see this at Target. I might go in for it, Like I said, it's not gonna be the quintessential Emma Frost, but it is better than the one I have currently, which is a fucking black costume one. It just looks ridiculous. So I definitely got to be on the lookout for this. But man, maybe there's another company that puts something else out. Like, man, Mayfex, what's up with it, man? Like, hurry the fuck up and wrap up that Jim Lee shit. Do more X-Men. Don't do. It's like those what is that shit? Age of Apocalypse are hitting right now. Why the fuck did they do that, man? Like, god damn it, Mayfex. I thought you guys used to be good, man. Like, what the fuck happened to you guys? I always wait for the Mayfix, but if we're waiting for that crap, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Damn, England didn't even get a Gamerverse tease. Yeah, I know. They didn't get jack shit out there in London, bro. I was like, man, this is low tier shit. Shit, man, they must hate these guys out there. These will go great with the Marvel Universe 3.75 figures. Oh yeah, those Sentinels. Yeah, you could, but man, I don't have any of those figures. I had like a few back in the day, but I wasn't like more than fucking 5 of them. Omar spinning facts. Hell yeah. You know we you know what we want, man. The Sharpie eyebrow look off full transparent is better. Yeah, the eyes, the Sharpie. Yeah, that would have been, yeah, that kind of would have looked a little bit better, right? But I don't know, it probably would have gave it like an invisible look and shit. And I don't know. Maybe that would have been better, but I don't know. I still think it looks okay. I remember like there was like a Toy Biz one of this shit, right? Or like an old Hasbro one that looked like jack shit. So yeah, this one looks better than that, but not much better. Kit Bash, a snail shell, Emma Frost. Yeah, that would probably be the move, right? Is like kind of customizing something. But man, like I said, I want something that kind of just fits with the Marvel Legends and shit that I have. And I'm like, dude, is it that difficult to make Emma Frost? It's like, bro, she should look absolutely fucking stunning, bro. Like it's just one of the best designed characters for fucking X-Men. And it's like, Hasbro, just stop being fucking lame and gay. And you know what the fuck you gotta do. Like, cut the crap. You know what I'm saying? Cut the damn shit out and get back to the drawing board, guys. Because yeah, this ain't gonna cut it, Hasbro. But one thing that was getting pointed out online was that corner box art. So we got Onslaught potential release on that because we get the Emma Frost right here, obviously, and then we get fuck, I forgot what this shit was. It wasn't Ultimate. It was it Astonishing Cannonball and a Cypher? I forgot exactly what versions of them they are, but man, I kill for an opportunity to get the Onslaught, man. Never had that bath. I wouldn't mind if they just repack that shit on a deluxe release. I know they've done that recently with like Deadpool and stuff, but yeah, give me an opportunity to get that shit. I'll definitely go in for that. But pretty cool little tease that they had on there. I don't know if they've ever done that in the past before, like with a wave that hasn't been revealed. But because that Onslaught's on this shit, I don't know if they could fit that on the card back. So maybe they could. I mean, they did with the Apocalypse. So yeah, maybe that's a possibility. You know, this would be a big ass card back, but they could definitely stick that thing in there, and I will go in for that shit easily. So we'll see what's up with that. But good eye on the people that pointed this out, because yeah, I actually got this from Rich M. Shout out to Rich M, co-host on that Dan Who show, and yeah, he's awesome. He's a big comic reader, so he definitely kind of scoped this out. But yo, man, shout out to the Black Series. I call this. I call this shit. I said at SDCC or at New York Comic Con, I said, man, these Black Series reveals are shit, bro. I said, but you know what? Shout out to the homie Brandon, another ex-co-host on Dan Who Reviews live stream. He's out there in London, bro. He's out there. He's a UK guy, man. So he's on the team, and he's definitely a huge Star Wars fan. I had a feeling he was gonna have some hot shit, man, to reveal, and boy did he, man. Because, like I said, New York Comic Con was kind of missing me with their reveals, man. This Kyle Katarn was probably one of the cooler ones. So, I mean, there was only 3, you know, and this was like one of the more newer ones to me that stood out. So cool, kind of for a Jedi display. You know, you're building out and stuff. You could definitely get around to doing that. I definitely like those swoosh effects with the lightsaber that they're sticking in all the Jedis now. It's like they should have done that a long time ago. Man, if we could just get some force hands and shit, like, man, we're cooking, bro. I don't even mind the single jointed arms and legs. Like, just give me some extra hands, goddammit, and we are cooking, bro. I never need to get a Mayfix or a Figuarts ever fucking again, because Black Series is gonna be where it's at again, bro. So Kyle Katarn, not bad, you know. Like I said, it could fit out a cool Jedi shelf. The head sculpt on that, you could definitely use that for like a civilian or something. Like it definitely has just like a pretty boring look if you just take off the lightsaber and the blaster and shit. It just has like a plain old dude look, which is fine, you know. So you could definitely use that head sculpt for other things if you're not the hugest Star Wars fan. Maybe even like on a military head sculpt. I think this looks better than some of the G.I. Joe head sculpts out there that you could definitely kind of swap in and out and stuff, you know. Like he just has like that fucking look, that military style look, you know. So maybe his hair is a little bit too long. And then we get Jedi Master Dooku. So fuck yeah, this one right here. I was like, damn, they are cooking, bro. This was revealed at MCM. So, like I said, you get that swoosh effect. The hilt on his lightsaber was just badass. I love that shit with that like curve on it. You get the 2 head sculpt, so you get the the young Nicolas Cage. That's how people point that out. And then you get the bearded look. And I like them both, man. Honestly, I think I would go with that clean shaven look most of the time because it's definitely stands out like a young Dooku pre Darth Tyrannus and shit. Man, this dude was badass in that Tales of the Jedi series, man. He was just cool, you know, where you got to see like his turn to the dark side almost like that where it kind of like gets planted into him. And yeah, talk about a cool look for a Jedi too. It just has like a really Jedi Master look. Like this is what I think of when I think of Jedi Masters, you know. So that's why this Kyle Katarn to me just kind of, I don't know. You know, it's just I don't know, kind of looks like fucking some dude off the street with a lightsaber. This right here to me looks like a fucking Jedi Knight. Like this looks off the fucking hook, bro. So definitely want this. You got him right there next to Mace Windu, who I believe was his Padawan, wasn't it? Or wasn't it Qui-Gon? So it might have been Qui-Gon. I forgot. But this will make for a cool display too. Just kind of filling out the ranks to these Jedi Masters and stuff. I'm loving what Black Series is doing here with this. So not much in the box. Like, you know, I think we're asking for a bit too much when we want a couple hands, but an extra head sculpt, that swoosh effect, like okay, you know, you got the soft goods, the cape, you know, no wire in it. All right, it's fair enough. But I think these are so far so good, man. I'm copping both of these, and then we get to Quinlan Voss, and I was like, holy shit. Like, dude, it wasn't much that they had to do to make some cool shit, man. Because yeah, this is another one that I'm copping this shit first fucking day, bro. You get the swoosh effect again, the green lightsaber this time, for a cool ass look for a Jedi also, where it just has more of a rugged look to him, you know. Yeah, this dude is badass. I don't know too much about him. I know he's popped up like in Clone Wars. I remember him popping up in one of the Clone Wars episodes or a few of them. He did pop up in Phantom Menace, right? Or was it Clone Wars, the movie? I forgot. Or was it Revenge of the Sith? I forgot which one it was, but he definitely popped out with like a little quick look at him. But yeah, just like I said, continue to fill out the ranks of these Jedis is just that's sick. I love it, man. Because yeah, I was always kind of bummed that they would only do like the gamer edition stuff. It's like, oh, get around to making some of this other cool shit from the comics, from the fucking the series and stuff, you know. And I always do appreciate the Black Series, even though you probably got to know more of this character through like the Clone Wars animated series. They give a more realistic look here, so it's like it fits with the rest of your Star Wars. Like this looks like a character you would have seen a lot of. And am I wrong? Did this guy pop out in Obi-Wan the series, or was there like some kind of reference to him? I already forgot that shit, but I do remember him kind of getting teased out right there or something like that. There was like some chatter around it. So I can't remember if it was like his name or if he appeared in it. I already fucking forgot that whole series. But yeah, I always wanted to figure this dude. So glad to see it, man. So far, I'm at least getting the fucking Dooku in this dude. Cause yeah, I thought these were fucking great. And then yeah, like I said, you're asking for a bit too much when you want more in that box. Because then from there we move to the seventh sister, the Inquisitor. One of the Inquisitors, I mean. And yeah, it looks like they even tricked out on this one, man. You get the double swoosh effects and shit. Like just that effect alone, you could hear the sound of that shit. That boom. Like it just that's it. That's toys, bro. That's what I love, man. When companies, you have to offer this stuff, bro. You can't skimp out. Like not everybody just plops their shit on the damn shelf and doesn't do anything with it. Like you want to kind of pose it out just at least one time, pose it out. Like, you know, you give this effect and you can hear the sound, bro. It's making no sound, but the imagination, you can hear it, dude. And it's like that's such a simple thing for a company to do, you know. And like I said, I credit Hero Dot Collectors or Hero Dot Collections, man. Shout out to Brandon, bro. Like I said, when I seen him on the team, I said, you know what? We're gonna start seeing better shit. And we definitely have. It's been like a couple years since he's been on that Hasbro team, and I've noticed like not vast improvements, but definitely better releases, certain improvements here and there with a couple accessories. You got the toe hinge on the fucking Boba Fett. All right. Fair enough, man. Let's do it, man. So I'm here for this shit. I thought this was all wins right here for Hasbro, where I'm not getting everything. I might even pass on these this Seven Sister because I haven't really I have picked up some of the Inquisitors in the past, but I've dumped a lot of my Black Series, and I don't want to backtrack on stuff that I don't have anymore. But it would be cool to kind of fill out all the Inquisitors. That would be kind of dope. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, which ones are out there? I already forgot because I don't want to get any of the live action shit. But I think you can still kind of mix and match that shit. I wouldn't want anything like Reva. Like Reva, to me, that character ruined everything about the Inquisitors. Every single thing about them. I was like, these characters are lame as fuck, and that's the damage that Star Wars was doing to their shit, bro. It's like it makes the cool shit look lame, and it's like that's why I don't want nothing to do with no goddamn Inquisitor. That shit to me is just dog crap. Tyler L's in the building. He says, "How's it going, guys? Yo, what's up, Ty? Doing pretty good, man. I don't know if you wanted to listen to that Marvel Legends talk. Heard me give my 2 cents on it in the chat. Took a dump on it. Dude looks like my roommate with the lightsaber. Yeah, this dude right here. Yeah, he definitely looks like a fucking some guy selling weed to you and shit, right? Dooku looks like Nicolas Cage. That secret of the Force is in our money. Yeah. Shout out to Nick Cage, man. I heard he's not doing so great financially, bro. But man, I always love Nick Cage movies. Young Master Dooku changed size, be trying to steal the Declaration of Independence. Shit, man. I would go in more on these and TVC if they came with Force hands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Right? It's like, dude, come on, man. Like, it's just one at least, right? Just one. Like one hand. You don't even have to give us like both hands. You only got to use one at a time. So like that would be off the hook if they could just do that, man. His name was graffiti on the wall in the secret tunnel used High Jedi in the Obi-Wan series. Yeah, that's what it was, right? It was like, oh, Quinlan Voss. So, oh, that's what annoyed the fuck out of me with those series. It was just such little fucking fruit being tossed at us, like, oh, Quinlan Voss. And it would just annoy the fuck out of me to watch Star Wars influencers. Like, I would watch Star Wars Theory. Like, I would listen to his live stream and shit. And they were like, oh, so Quinlan Voss is in this universe. And then, oh, shit. What if he comes out? I was like, man, this is terrible. But yeah, shout out to 8, man. Yeah, now I remember that. But yeah, I thought it was cool to kind of get a little reference. But it's like, man, that's it. That's all we get. Fuck you, man. Time to remind Chad of Star Wars The Acolyte. No. I got the last of it. Nothing special from Marvel. Yeah, like I said, man, when Black Series got better reveals than you, then man, you should be ashamed of yourself. Marvel Legends, like, you should be a goddamn ashamed of yourself. Cause yeah, they weren't doing too bad with these, man. These actually look pretty cool overall, you know. Like I said, you get little shelf display cooking, so not bad, you know. But then we take it over to the G.I. Joe stuff, and we got a couple of name reveals and stuff. So we've got Taurus and Red Dog, so a couple of more of the Marauders and shit. Is it the Marauders? I forget the name of this specific team. They had Slaughter and Mercer, but I think it is the Marauders, right? It might be something else. I already fucking forgot all the teams he's on. So we get the name reveals to that, and then we get the Hydro Viper. And yeah, I don't know, man. This definitely looks like some of those zanier releases and shit, you know. So it's definitely gonna have that fucking neon paint job on it. Might be cool, might be a cool look, but I kind of avoid a lot of the fucking like Arctic stuff, a lot of like the water-based stuff, you know. Even though those eels look really cool, I was just like, I need to get all this shit. So these Hydro Vipers look probably less appealing to me than the eels. If I wanted anything, I would probably go back in for some of those eels, but I don't know. This one might be interesting looking figure overall because it just has such a gnarlier look, and that name is cool as fuck, the Hydro Viper, you know. And then we got Zanya. So I don't know anything about this character, but yeah, she looked pretty cool. You know, she looks interesting and shit. It's gonna be interesting to see how they put a figure of this together. But since I don't know Joe's too well, I don't know if she's like a fucking dreadnought or some shit like that, but she kind of has that look to it. So I don't know, man. You know, I saw some excitement about it on Full Force podcast and stuff on his Instagram or his social medias. But I gotta brush myself up on some of these other characters because I don't really know too much about them. Like I said, I know these guys have to do with Slaughter, but I just don't know. I don't know the specific team or faction. Wavy Croc in the building. He says, "What's the deal, fellas? Yo, Wavy, what up, man?" But yeah, those are the name reveals, and then we got Zartan Ninja Force. So man, my dude Zartan looking crazy, bro. But yeah, it looks like they're gonna go more into that 90s shit, man. So we recently got that V4 Snake Eyes. for the Joes, and it looks like some of these Ninja Force guys, like from I guess Cobra and Joes. I guess they got like a fucking select line of figures coming out soon. Kind of have like more neon fucking paint jobs and shit. I don't know. This is where people might get lose interest in the line, from what I've been hearing. Like, not a lot of people are really fans of this stuff, but then you got other people that are really about it. Like, every time I hear Pixel Dan talk about Joe's, he's not a huge Joe's fan, but he says he loves the Ninja Force stuff because it has like that fucking that toyetic factor to it in it, with all those like bright colors, bright paint jobs and stuff. So you got to see, man. And then previously released only as name reveals, we get the render reveals to that female Crimson Guard. And man, this shit to me is like a goddamn oxymoron, bro, because it's like these are fucking the elite guards, and the fact that one of them is a female it's just not gonna make a lot of sense, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if this thing had some cake on it, some fucking huge tits, then yeah, it would look pretty cool. But this is just, like I said, I don't know if this is a fucking specific call in the DEI offices of Hasbro, but I saw a lot of pushback on this shit, and I'm not gonna be pushing back entirely. Like, I just don't have to pre-order. I don't have to get it. But to me, it's just like whenever they do these like female figures, it's like at least make them make sense. Have their fucking tits sticking out, huge ass. Like, at least make it appealing to the guys, But this is just like, I don't know. I feel like this is like a call from somebody in that team, bro. And I feel like it's Emily like making these motherfuckers make this shit. Because as far as I know, I don't know if there's ever been female Crimson Guard and shit. And I don't know why they would do it now, but I don't know. For my knock on it, I did see a group of people that were excited for him, and I think it'd be cool, Maybe you get two of them kind of flanking out the fucking those twins, Tomax and Zaymont and shit. So for that, I guess it'd be kind of cool. You wouldn't want to get two bitches on your sides and shit. So not bad. That would probably be kind of cool. Kind of get a little shot of, but they look so similar to dudes' bodies that it's like, is this a fucking female? Like, what the fuck, dude? Can you at least give her fucking tits? Like, holy fuck, dude. It's like, if you're gonna make a female body or a female character, then you gotta commit to that shit, bro. You don't give it a fucking it's like, dude, this is barely a female body. Like, barely, bro. And it's like, dude, that's why it annoys the fuck out of me. Because it's like, if her fucking tits were huge, then yeah, this is easy cop. If she had a huge ass, huge tits, then yes, no complaints. Everybody's getting it. But because it's just not really there sculpt wise, it's like, and it just kind of looks like a very weak Crimson Guard. And I don't know. For that, it's kind of stupid. Ninja Force was lame as fuck with those fucking clown colors. Yeah, see what I mean? And like I said, that's where a lot of people might jump off on those releases, man. And you add that, and then you add this, and then you add this. And it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Man, can they just re-release those fucking retro cardback Crimson Guards? Like, those were cool, man, but they were like Walmart exclusive, I think. And they had a different look than the ones that came out in the classified, the box ones. So I got two of those, but man, they were hard to get at the time. I remember they sold pretty fast. And I think now you can't army build them. I think you can only get them like on eBay, and they're like fucking like $60 or $50 a pop or something crazy. So I don't fucking know. I don't know about that, So if you guys want more Crimson Guards, put the damn reissues out, cut the crap. Because unless this bitch is making me a sandwich, she ain't guarding me for shit. Oh man. And then we get Crazy Legs retro cardback edition, and OG 13. So man, this is where some people are really digging this, man. Like I said, it's more classic looking Joes. There's a lot of pushback here with the head sculpt, and I can kind of agree. He's definitely got those hood vibes from the Marvel Legends figure. He's just like screaming and shit. But I think since they kind of had to tool up some extra stuff on the body, or it's not even tooled up, it's fucking all reused from that HasLab figure. So I don't know. I think they could have done a little bit more here, but overall, it's like if you wanted that OG 13, it's like you got to get this dude, and that is kind of a little team that I'm building out. Got the Snake Eyes, got the Rock and Roll, got Scarlet. I'm gonna get that fucking MMS fucking Hawk figure. Who else is out there? Next guy that gets shown off is Zap. So this is another one of the guys, and yeah, it's that classic army look. Like I'm all over this shit, man. But I don't know. Like when I see this figure, it's got all this shit on it. I'm like, man, this shit's getting packed out with a lot. This doesn't have much. It's like, what the fuck, dude? But then it's just like, you guys are making this crap. It's like, don't make this. Just reuse the goddamn Crimson body that you have already. The Crimson dudes. You don't need to tool up new shit, man. Because then it's at the detriment of other stuff, and that's lame. But I'm easily getting these two. Like I said, I wish the tits on that Crimson Guard were bigger, but can't have everything, guys. Can't have everything. We're an uncivilized country. We're a fallen country. The 90s male Crimson Guard had bigger chests too. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, G.I. Joe identifies as a pass. Yeah, I don't know, man. Overall, I would say these reviews are mid as fuck, bro. Where it's like, what was the coolest thing on here? Probably these guys? Maybe? No, not really. Like, I don't know. These guys look like they're fucking met at a gay bar. This one looks kind of crazy. I don't know. Maybe the figure looks good. This one looks interesting, but I don't know who the fuck it is. So this one just looks all kinds of crazy, where I think people are gonna get it for that. I know my man Beware is not a fan, but I think there is fans of that shit. It's gonna give it a kind of more zany look and shit. So I can see that. And then this, like I said, is a fail, complete fail. Tits ain't big enough, ass ain't big enough. And this one's missing an extra head sculpt. And this is probably the best one, honestly. And a lot of people think this is kind of boring, to be quite honest. And it's like, for me, I like it, but I can also see that where it's like, looks like generic army dude, but I like it. I like it for that, And then obviously it's got that OG 13 factor to it that people are gonna get it for that reason alone. I think it's cool. So probably the only one I'm gonna cop is this one. I don't know, man. If I need another crazy leg, especially the head sculpt ain't right, but I think you just pop and swap the other shit. So we'll see. We'll see what's up with this, man. And yeah, like I said, he's coming on those retro card backs. So I don't think they're gonna be exclusive anymore. They were when they first came out with the line. They were all Walmart exclusives, but I think they got away from that. So we got Zap Melendez. So pretty cool, man. And then some Transformers loves out there, man. We got Brawl. So one of the fucking Combaticons to build out Bruticus. So got a little reveal on it now, full painted reveal. So this shit looks pretty dope, man. Fuck, dude. I don't know if I want to get on to building the rest of the combiners, but that fucking that Superion looks pretty cool. Kind of want to build it out. This shit looks pretty dope too, man. So when they reveal the Bruticus combined up, I'm like, yo, that shit might tempt me into going in for these motherfuckers, man. But I don't want to lock myself in yet. But they do look cool. And then we got Wreck-Gar, so Junkion. I think this is from the animated series, so don't quote me on that, but it definitely has like a more animated series look. And then one of the fucking 13 primes, we got Amalgus Prime or Amalgamus Prime, forget the specific name. But this was kind of a weird transformer. He just kind of like has all these different kind of alt modes, but man, this alt mode right here on the right looks like complete shit. Like that looks so lame and boring. But I think that's just like his arms and shit. So I don't know if you can kind of build out little smaller robots, but if you could, they look kind of lame. So I don't know. There are some people that are collecting these 13 primes. I only have the Megatronus, but I do want to get that big ass Star Optimus Prime. That shit's like 10, 12 inches tall or some shit. It might be bigger, but that shit looks dope as fuck. I think it's on sale on Target right now. I think I am gonna cop that shit. I think I can get it for like $100. But yeah, I'll see what's up with it. But I don't want to get all the primes. Some of them kind of look lame. And then the Timeline series, man. I kind of brought this up at New York Comic Con that they're kind of doing these Japanese inspired timeline figures for Transformers. So we got like in the past we got like a Western theme to it. We got like Optimus as like a train and shit, and then we got the recent one was like Optimus with like a bull with like a carriage, and then we had the Starscream as an eagle. And I was wondering what animals Bumblebee and Megatron would be. And apparently Bumblebee's a flying squirrel and Megatron is a warthog. And bro, that Megatron, hold the fuck up, bro. Do I gotta get this shit? This shit looks dope, man. I like it. I hate the fact that I think these are 2-packs, I believe. So you have to get them both at the same time. The Bumblebee as a flying squirrel looks kind of funny, but I don't want that. But that Megatron Warthog, like, that shit just looks cool as shit, bro. Like, god damn, bro. And that's That's such the dope shit about Megatron. He's always got like the coolest alt modes. He's always got like the coolest modes, the coolest like design to all his robot editions and stuff. It's like he's such a badass villain. So I don't need this, but if I could just buy this shit alone, I would be all over that Warthog. That shit just looks badass. I would kind of put that shit on a G.I. Joe shelf or something as the Warthog. Just I don't know. That shit just looks like it looks like some kind of badass robot fucking pig. That shit looks dope as fuck. But yeah, probably gonna miss out on this. And then a few weeks ago, I had brought up a tease from Takara Tomy Transformers line called Overgear. And looks like at Tokyo they had some kind of little collector hobby event. So we got the reveals to these previously only silhouette images of these robots. So we got Ironhide, and this shit looks crazy, bro. Like this shit looks fucking crazy. Where they're kind of realistic takes, but not really from any specific movie or anything. These are like original designs, but man, they look cool as fuck, you know. So yeah, Ironhide, look at that fucking cannon that he has on him. So kind of inspired a little bit from Michael Bay's Bayverse stuff as far as like the trucks and the alt modes go, but they just took it into a complete new different design area. And we got Blackout here, so we got the fucking the Decepticon, and this shit just looks crazy, bro. Where I was watching a live stream where they were talking about this, and yeah, usually when people like buy Transformers, you don't want to see any of that like alt mode sticking out on the robot body, like all that kibble and shit. So you don't really want to see any of like the helicopter parts, but the design here is just so cool that it adds to the figure. Like you get that a fucking Apache helicopter fucking like wings and shit on it, so it's not hidden in the robot mode. Like it just adds to the robot, you know. Same thing here. Like you get the fucking like that cannon just like mounted on his back, that Gatling gun. It shit just looks crazy cool, man. But dude, not a lot of info out there on these Transformers, but man, talk about a really cool looking line. I gotta see what's up with the price points on these, man, because if they're Takara, I know recently they're doing like that MPG line for masterpiece stuff, and they're actually not too expensive, man. I was actually tripping that Studio Series 86 Soundwave is like $60, and then that MPG masterpiece that was just revealed is I believe only 120. So it's like the fuck, like come on, man, why not just save up the $60 and just get the better shit? But I don't know. It's just, you know, it is $60, so I don't know if you need that much more of a sound wave, but it is better quality. It is a better look, you know. So if these are within that 140 price point, I don't want to say I'll collect the entire line, but man, these things look fucking badass, bro. Like holy shit, man. Man, I'm fucking dumb going down this Transformers rabbit hole. I haven't really bought in too many Transformers, but the more I see them now, the more I want to collect Transformers. There's a lot of cool lines out there, you know. But man, usually it's those price points that kind of keep me away, and yeah, it might keep me away from this. But if there was a Transformers line out there for like more live action looks, I'm tired of every fucking company just doing Bumblebee look, because those were pretty good live action looks for Transformers, like G1 inspired. This isn't like really G1 inspired, but they are kind of more live action types of looks. It's just like I said, it's just you got to get over that goddamn scale. Not everything's gonna be 112, but like I got that fucking Dragonfly. That's just too big, bro. You can't have a lot of fun with that shit. This shit right here, just kind of fucking around with it on your desk or something, or on a little shelf somewhere. They're cooking, bro. They are fucking cooking. Cause yeah, this Apache helicopter looks fucking insanely cool, man. But be on the lookout for this. Not a lot of info on it. These are the only two reveals so far. But yeah, it was a kind of slow rollout because we talked about those silhouette images, I believe, a month ago. So yeah, maybe we see some painted prototypes next few months, and then hopefully these go for pre-order soon, and probably get them sometime next year. And we'll definitely get to see the price points on them when they go up for pre-order. So be on the lookout for that. I'm excited to see what's up with them. But yo, jumping back into the Marvel stuff, we got a couple of Mayfex or a few Mayfex pre-orders, starting with this Wolverine. We got the Deadpool and Wolverine Mayfex. And man, I've said it in the past, got to always wait for the Mayfex. Shout out to Johnny Number Cinco. Always used to say that. Wait for the Mayfex. Wait for the motherfucking Mayfex. And it's so true. They usually come out with the better looking live action stuff. Some of the better comic book stuff. Pre-LPZZ, pre-InArt shit. They're probably the better comic book figures sometimes. But man, their movie figures usually kill it. It's just such a downer having to wait so long where it's like the excitement for that movie is long gone. But man, talk about the better Wolverine live action figure. Man, I'm stupid. I got that damn Marvel Legend. I wanted to get the Maniple Studio Bare Arms, and I never did. So I still have that shit in box. Man, I should have never got that stupid shit because I don't even want to open that shit ever. I would want this, and maybe I do get it. You know, I know recently Mafex's prices have gone up a little bit. Obviously, with the whole trade war, tariff war shit going on, not really locked into every Mafex pre-order now because of that. But man, this is a cool looking Wolverine. You get the bare arms, you get the battle damage on his like chest and stuff. It's the best look, you know. The SH Figures to me was the worst one, so I'm glad I didn't get that one. But I'm an idiot for copying that Marvel Legends. I should have just waited for the goddamn Mafex. But man, they were so slow to roll everything out. But man, they're probably gonna have the best Deadpool and Wolverine from that movie. So gotta wait to see when this comes out and just how many people going for it, man. I might be one of those people. And then continue to fill out the 7, man. The boys line is still not gone. What was this chick's name? Queen Maeve or some shit like that? I already forgot the whole series, but another boys release. And yeah, I don't know too many people that are collecting this line overall, man. I have seen that Homelander, the bloody version, at this local shop that I go to a couple times. I'm like, man, should I get this shit? I'm like, man, you know what? I wasn't the biggest fan of this boy shit, but man, Homelander is just I'll say it, man. I think he's an iconic villain. Because just you see all these memes of him all the time. Like I like that one where he's like he just starts laughing. And so many memes get made from that shit. It's like, dude, you see him in like multiple gifs, multiple memes. And then yeah, his characters are pretty gnarly ass villain, you know. So that bloody version, I don't know. I might see what's up with it because yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that one to sell out eventually and me have FOMO on it because I think it is a cool look for a character and like for him to be all bloodied up is just pretty badass. But man, going in for all of them, I don't know. Especially with Muff Toys around the corner. I know they recently revealed Soldier Boy, so it's like, yeah, maybe they're probably gonna make the best fucking Homelander when they come out. You know that thing is gonna look crazy cool. So maybe I do hold off on that Mayfex, man, because yeah, don't really want to get too many of the same characters. And then we move into the Flash, Batman, Batfleck, and dude, I love Twitter, bro. I love Twitter for just random tweets and shit sometimes. Shout out to Nitro Spidey. He said, we getting the worst Batman costume on a film from a dog shit movie 2 years after it came out before a Blue Beetle. Oh my God, bro. And when I saw this shit, oh man, I laughed. I laughed for a cool minute at this shit. He said, before a Blue Beetle. Oh my God, bro. It just makes me laugh the way people talk and stuff. He's like, I could just hear this guy fucking looking at his phone saying that shit. Like, and it's so true, man. This fucking look for Batman is an ugly ass costume from a dog shit movie 2 years after it came out. Exactly how my boy Nitro Spidey put it. I just thought this was hilarious. Oh man, so true. And yeah, I got no other thoughts on this, man. This guy said it all. He said it all perfectly. So I don't know if I'm necessarily in for a Blue Beetle when they show head off, but this Batfleck Batman is definitely easy pass. Like costume, figure, everything. Not even factoring in. Then you got, like I said, InArt around the corner, LPZZ around the corner, making some of these live action movie figures. Also, it's like Mayfex got to think of something else. They got to come up with another business strategy because yeah, they might be going out of business soon. They're gonna come up with this crap. So I don't know about this one right here, man. But shout out to Nitro Spidey. But keeping it with Batman, we move into the Toddy Mac pre-order of the week, man. Talk about a hot one. We had the Batman 66 Batmobile and shit, bro. Unless you lock this up in the first 2 minutes, you missed out. And man, always do like, man, I have like kind of a new schedule lately. Not really, but I'm like mixing in all this extra shit that I'm doing. And like, man, I've been missing so many pre-orders and stuff. But you know what? I'm not sweating it a lot of the times. I'm like, I end up getting the stuff I want. Like I said, I had missed out on that Joker. I was able to lock up the Scarecrow. I was able to backtrack on the Joker pretty easy on GameStop. That's where I'm gonna be looking out for that Catwoman, that Danny DeVito Penguin. I got to get those two. When this becomes available, like in stock, since it did go up on like all the retailers, usually like Amazon, GameStop, I think BBTS, Entertainment Earth, I think I have my fair shot at getting it. And man, I did pick up his previously retro edition one where it's like a little bit smaller. I always thought it was a good size for 112 figures, like import scale 112. Like I had put my little Harley Quinn Rebel Tech in there for a while. And then when I got the fucking the McFarlane Adam West Batman, even though it's not a scale, I just kind of put it in front of this shit where he's just dancing. Got like a couple little waifus on the car, also doing peace signs. Um, I just thought I was like, yeah, that's cool for that. But you know what? This shit just looks that much better. Man, it's just such an iconic look for a fucking Batmobile. This is probably one of the better Batmobiles, man. I gotta rank this one pretty high just because of how gnarly it looks. It just has like a zany, crazy look, but it also kind of looks like a classic car. It's such a cool look for a Batmobile. And yeah, it's even though it's not a series that I grew up with, it still has nostalgia factor packed into it. Like this is like a Batman that my dad will recognize, and I think I might even cop this for my old man and shit, man. Like just get it for him, and you could kind of he has like his little man cave area and stuff. He'll put it in for sure. So yeah, if I can lock this up, I might get it for him. And if not, like if I don't have any room for it, first I'll look, but yeah, I might just get it for him because I know he would definitely recognize this shit. But yeah, it's just such a cool look for a Batmobile. I gotta get it. And the only reason I might want to not get it for myself is just because, like I said, this is a 7-inch scale one. This shit's pretty freaking large, man. And I don't know if I have the room for it. Like I've got a couple of his Batmobiles already. The ones that I want, I got the Batman Forever one. I got the animated series one. I got the 89 one. But man, it would be cool to get all of them, bro. I want another opportunity at that black Tumbler, man, but I might just paint the one I have. I have that camo one, and I'm like, fuck, you know what? It would be kind of cool project to kind of set out and just paint it up. I'm not really customizing myself, but it can't be that hard. You watch a couple of tutorials. I hit up my boy NYC, give me some tips. He's a great painter, so see what's up. But yeah, that's another Batmobile that I would want an opportunity on. So if I don't get around to painting it, we'll see. But yeah, this is another one that's super iconic, man. That just it would look cool. Like if you have all the Batmobiles just on the shelf somewhere. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what's up with it. I think on his site it was like $6 or $7 cheaper than on all the other sites, but I think this is going for around $80, and it's just batshit crazy to me that he's making Batmobiles that pretty much retail. Like this is not a fucking crowdfund. I know he did do the BVS and Justice League Batmobile kind of as a crowdfund. Right, I didn't go in for that one, but that is also another cool look for a Batmobile. To me, it just looks a little bit too much like a fucking, I don't know, it looks like I like the Tumbler. I was about to say it looks too much like a tank, but that one just, I don't know, it's not as iconic to me as the other ones. The Tumbler was such a jarring look for a Batmobile, but man, I grew to love it over time. It's probably one of my favorite ones also. And then this one, like I said, even though I grew up with the series, it's like who doesn't recognize this shit, man? Like this is cool as hell, bro. Like super cool. So yeah, I know a lot of people were kind of bummed out that they missed on that pre-order, but I don't think it's sold out. I think it's just the practice that the companies are doing. They gotta shut off the pre-orders, man. Generate that FOMO. What are your guys' thoughts on it, man? Were you guys able to lock it up? You guys are interested in it? Raceland saying, I purposely miss all on Todd's pre-orders by taking a siesta. Yeah, I know, man. I get home and I'm like, God damn it, bro. Like, man, I used to be on top of all the links, and now it's like, man, I miss out on so much. I love that you use gnarly. Shout out to Break Something. Yeah, I love that word, bro. It's got a gnarly look. That's a gnarly word, man. Hard Fast saying, Omar, did you go in on that Red Devil Samurai Maestro Yunin Suiten Doji? Yeah, but when the fuck does that come out, dude? That went up for like, I know what you're talking about. That's how long ago it's been, but like, man, Maestro Union looks like a company that's really hurting, bro. Like that fucking rabbit took a long time to come out, and like I said at Wonderfest, they didn't have shit. They had nothing, dude. So I don't know if like a lot of the people that worked at that company, like, splintered off and went something else and did something else, but I don't know, man. I think the stuff that like Noda's doing and all these other companies that are popping up like Medi Toys and all that stuff, I think they're way farther ahead than Maestro Union is now. NYC Figure Fanatic said, hesitated on this Batmobile for a minute too long and missed it. Shit sold out quick. Yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, this shit was, and I knew it would go by fast because it's like I said, it's like a more iconic look. It's gonna get a lot of fans, you know, people that are like older, people that are younger. They, like I said, it just still has a fucking crazy look, a gnarly look. Shout out to my man Brick. NYC also saying, paint that tumbler, bro. Do it. Yeah, I do got to do that because I don't know why I got the camo one. I remember when they were both revealed, I was like, you know what, the camo one's cheaper. I kind of like it more. I'm gonna get that one. And then I was like, damn, I should have got the one with Morgan Freeman. I was like, fuck. But since he was doing this, one comes with the figure and then one doesn't, shenanigans bullshit that he does, I was like, oh, he's gonna put that tumbler out without the Morgan Freeman. I don't want the Lucius Fox. So I was like, I'll wait. That shit, that shit is gone, long gone, bro. I think you get it for like close to 170, so that's too much for me, man. But same with the DC, not too much action from Todd. I actually didn't get all of his stuff. He's got a few spawns out there, a few statues out there and stuff. But man, this cheetah, shit, I wish I had a prettier face sculpt, man, because I don't know, she had a better look on that Super Friends figure. That's like a retro figure. I actually liked her head sculpt on that one better, but it's not bad. And man, it's a good way to kind of fill out the Legion of Doom. You know, he's put out the Captain Cole, he's put out Bizarro, he's put out obviously the Joker, Riddler. Yeah, or the Joker's not in it, but Riddler's in there, Scarecrow's in there. And then yeah, kind of referencing back to this comic book. Like I said, this Joker, it actually did come with this comic book also. I don't have it on me right now, but I was looking at that cover and I'm like, yo, you know what, dude? He is gonna make like another Black Adam, classic Black Adam. He's gonna make a lot of the like characters that are on this cover because that would be a good way to kind of finish out the line for like comic book DC stuff. It's like, man, give us like these iconic classic looks for these villains. Like, this is what people have been waiting for, man. So it's not the best looking figure and stuff, but you know what? It's kind of cool for like a cool DC shelf, you know, DC villain shelf. So if I can come across this, I know it's going to be exclusive to GameStop and Walmart, but GameStop's actually where I've been cashing out for some of this McFarlane stuff, man. They've actually been the go-to more so than BBTS, surprisingly, man. GameStop's actually coming through. I think they got a little bit of an uptick on some of their prices, but I think if you're like a member to some of their shit, I think you get like a discount and you just get them at regular price. And I think that's what I got going on. I think I'm not 100% sure, but it's not been too much higher than what I usually pay other places. And they got it in stock, so fuck it, you know, why the fuck not? So I'm gonna be on the lookout for this. Hopefully I could get it because yeah, I wouldn't mind it, you know. Like I said, I got the Bizarro. Yeah, some of the other villains that are on here. I got that Captain Cold also. So some of the other villains that are on here just have like these crazier, zanier looks that I don't mind too much. And then some of their Fallout figures. And I'm not really too familiar with the series that came out on Amazon and stuff, but it looks like he's going pretty deep in this line. And it's actually kind of crazy because I remember when he first debuted this line, it was like all statues, and everybody thought, man, he's never gonna make those power suits. He's never gonna go deep in this Fallout line. Man, he is going all the way deep, bro. He's giving you the fucking live action series stuff. We got the Ghoul. We got, I don't know who this chick is, but she looks like a bad guy. I don't know if that eye patch has anything to do with it, but she looks like the evil one. And then the power suits, like I said, we got this fucking articulated power suit, not a statue. That alone is crazy, bro. That Todd is doing this. Like, it's pretty wild. And I know some of them are crazier price points. Like I think the first one that came out was Elite Edition. I don't think this is Elite Edition, so I don't know what the price on this thing is actually, man. I actually didn't even check. But if this is $40, bro, like that's crazy. Let me actually check on that because man, that would be insane if this is $40. I wouldn't mind getting it, man. Because yeah, I don't know. These power suits, oh yeah, it's $60. So yeah, I was about to give my man's credit right here. So not too cheap, but yeah, definitely going to be at some of these RossCon events in the not too distant future. I could definitely see that. But we'll wait and see if that does come to pass, because I wouldn't mind getting something like this for like $30. Like that would be a great price. But you know, for something at full price, $60, since I'm not like a fan of it in particular, for me they're easy passes. But I am seeing a lot of excitement in this line. So like I said, not only is he doing the live action stuff, but even the video game stuff. I believe this is from Fallout 4 or something. So yeah, kind of has more of a generic video game-ish look. So yeah, that's that. And then the New Vegas that I know for sure is the video game. So I saw a lot of people going crazy for this one. So I didn't check on any of these pre-orders because, like I said, I'm not really into the game or the show. But I did think it's cool. Todd kind of flexing this out, because yeah, there was a lot of people that were really thinking he wasn't gonna do much. He was just gonna do statues with it and shit. And to see him actually do a fully articulated toy line, like, all right, motherfucker's eating, bro. So yeah, fucking Todd, man. He still got it, bro. There's no stopping this guy. Any of you guys going for the Fallout stuff? Because yeah, I haven't really seen too many pictures of them, like kind of on my timeline. But I don't know if it's because the pre-orders are still fresh, or is it because just a lot of people are passing up on them. Brick saying, yeah, this looks like a weird mom reliving her childhood. What? Oh yeah, the fucking cheetah. Yeah, that definitely looks a little bit too. Yeah, not sexy enough, man. Like I said, dude, if you're making the female figures, bro, you got to give them that fucking extra factor. That cheetah might be worthy for my shelf. Yeah, I think so. It's like he posed her out a couple times, and I would definitely want that like grimacing head sculpt. That one where she's like smirking is just like she looks like a fucking Karen, bro. She don't look that hot. But the one where she's like grimacing and shit, kind of growling at you. Hey, yo. Yeah, that one looks a lot better. So we'll see. But yeah, overall, like I don't know, it's not the worst stuff that Todd's putting out. Like he's got a good mix of shit, man. He's making these like mechs. He's making some DC villains, some fucking Batmobiles. It's like this guy's doing pretty good for himself, Someone in China, please make a new Vegas Ranger armor. I mean, this is the first of the line so far that I know. I don't think he's put out any new Vegas stuff. So I think based on the excitement for this stuff, and I fucked up not going to look at the pre-orders, but I can almost guarantee some of the pre-orders on different retail sites sold out on this shit, pre-sold out, but that's a good sign for like a line, that like people are going after this shit, man. So yeah, if you're like interested in like some more releases from a particular game, it's always a safe bet to kind of invest in it. The earlier releases. Like I was just talking shit about that Yu Yu Hakusho line, but if I want to see more figures from a line, it's like you got to get the shit that they're pumping out now. But I think overall this line is doing pretty well for itself, So we'll see what's up with it, man. But yo, guys, the Batmobile wasn't the only cool ride being put out this week. We're moving to the Joy Toy TMNT Turtle Van, and goddamn, bro, god fucking damn, these guys fucking killed this, man. This looks so fucking cool. Like this just looks like a shit ton of fun. And I think that the thing I like the most about it is the design on this shit. It's got like that low rider look to it. It just looks sick, bro. Like, man, I remember what was it, that van, that assault van or something? It was like a third-party turtle van. And I'm like, man, if you're making a third-party turtle van, why don't you make it look cool? Why does this shit look so lame? It just looks so lame. It looked like, bro, it just looked like a lame, ugly design to it. I just was like, why are people going hot for this shit, man? And then obviously NECA put out the cartoon one where it's like, oh yeah, that's the cartoon inspired one. You get Playmates doing like their shit. It's like, all right, that's a toy shit, all that stuff. This to me, this looks fucking badass, bro. Like seriously, this looks cool as fuck. And I'm not deep in this Joy Toy line. I did pick up the TMNT set, the brothers, but man, it would be a fucking huge miss if I don't get them the van. This is awesome. I'm getting this shit. Like, I think it's like about $80 or so. So it's not too expensive, for a car. I know it's a 1/18th vehicle, but man, talk about all kinds of fun that you can have with this shit, bro. Like I said, the design is what sold this to me instantly, but overall, it's just, this is it. This is what people kind of foresaw when that line was debuted, was like the world building that you're going to do with this line is just going to be so much better than anything else out there, because of the scale, obviously. So you're going to get rides, you could get mounts, you could get different kind of accessory packs or sets or different kind of releases with different accessories. They're already deep in a freaking line of figures. They have like multiple villains. They have the good guys. They have the Casey, the April, the Splinter. You have like I said, the 4 TMNT brothers and stuff. The Shredders out there. So man, this is like already a pretty flushed out line. To get the van now, it's like, fuck yeah, this is doing extremely well for them. And yeah, like I said, it would be a fucking huge fail if I pass up on this. So I am definitely locking this up. Yeah, this was probably one of the hotter things this week. I was just taken back by how cool it looked. I instantly messaged my boy Codenames, man, because he's been saying it, man. Best TMNT line. I was like, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that. But man, like I said, I think when the metalhead was revealed, I was like, man, it's not too late to backtrack some of these, bro. Like, man, I gotta look. I gotta go look, give a second look, man, because these look so much fun the more that it comes out. But yeah, seeing this van, I was like, all right, I'm glad I don't have to backtrack the brothers because that would have been a more of a tax. But like I said, I'd probably be happy and content if I just got this van. I have the brothers to kind of fill them out, you know, like get this Rav fucking shooting that shit. Look how cool that looks, bro. Like, man, and the TMNT Turtle van is just such a cool looking toy all the time. Like, I have a couple of the Playmates ones. I even have like that newer one. I regret not getting that custom one that Duarte Studios is like painting up. That shit just looks so badass. Like, you was even able to like buy the Playmates van for you and just kind of like paint it out. I thought that was well worth the price because of the work and the weathering he was putting into that shit. Like, all the paint, the weathering just looked great. You know, the wheels looked like rugged as fuck because the van itself for that Playmates van is pretty cool. I have that classic retro one. I didn't get the NECA one because, like I said, I don't have the cartoon turtles, but that was one that I wanted also. If I would have had the turtles at the time, I think I would have got it. But man, this one right here, it's not gonna take up too much space, so that's perfect. Like, dude, so cool, so fucking cool. So yeah, this is like I said, this is probably one of the hotter pre-orders this week. Outside of that Batmobile, because that one went by fast, but this one you're definitely gonna get your opportunity to get it. So if you're interested, definitely be on the lookout for this. Brick saying, yeah, this is how you do a TMNT van. This design is badass, lots of personality and style. Underground Arsenals was man. Yeah, that was the name of it, right? Underground Arsenal. I said Assault. I forgot what the name was. But yeah, that design was just so boring and it looked all bulky. And I was like, man, like, this is not cool looking, dude. Like, it just doesn't look cool. Like, it's a turtle van, but it didn't have any kind of like cool flair to it. This right here just like instantly just looks like that chunky, cool, like I said, low rider type of van look. Like, yeah, these motherfuckers would definitely be driving this shit. Awesome look to it, man. Awesome. Slam to the ground. Yeah, exactly. Like, this shit just looks dope, bro. Like, just even if I didn't have the turtles, I would still consider getting this van because it just looks so badass. Stands. All in on Joy Toy TMNT line. Hustle in the house. Damn. Yeah, I know. That's a pretty badass line, man. But you know what? I gotta say, man, shout out to Tony Mace. I have to bring it up. I have to bring this up, man. The one thing that I was like not always sold on the TMNT was the head sculpts. I was like, you know what? They're not bad, but they're not great. But they're not bad, right? They're still pretty good. Like, they're badass, you know. But man, shout out to Tony Mays. He came out with like some 3D printed head sculpts, painted up. And then when I saw these, I was like, damn, why do these look so much better? I was like, fuck, wait. And I was like, wait, how do the other ones look? And I was like, yeah, they don't look bad. But then when you see them side by side, it's like, yeah, this shit just look like old and shit. Like, they look like older, well, they're not teenage anymore. It's like, you guys are not teenagers anymore. Where these ones just have like a more healthier look, bro. Like those chunky turtle heads. I was like, man, I might have to hit this guy up for this set right here, man. Cause yeah, these look way better to me, man. I was like, damn, you know. Then he added a little bit of the cell shading because he said it looked better. And I'm like, yeah, I have to agree. That extra black paint on it, it definitely looks better. And like I said, when you see them side by side with the stock heads, it's like those Joy Toy ones aren't bad, but it's like they kind of made them look like older, you know. And it's like, I don't know if that works. The Mikey one's cool. Like, like Mikey looking dope all the time. But yeah, once I saw these head sculpts, I'm like, God damn it, man. Do I gotta go buy these? I was like, I don't want to, but when I look at the set, I'm like, man, they look so much better. Like, God damn it, dude. And that's what I fucking hate, man. But man, Tony Mays, that motherfucker is a workhorse, bro. He puts it down for his shit. Like him and what's the other dude? Uncle Sam? That motherfucker, dude. His paint work on Uncle Sam shit is like next level cool, bro. Like, that dude, he's crazy with it. And Tony Mays, just as a customizer, like, he's always killing it, man. His Batman animated series it honestly looks better than the fucking Mesco, honestly. And I might have to hit him up for a head sculpt on that Mesco one, man. Um, but we gotta wait to see that, man. And then I forgot to bring up the slides to that Roadkill Rodney robot, but you can get a little image right here. So you could also army build those. So those are the, like, Roadkill Rodney robots and shit. They look kind of cool just for like even some kind of cyberpunk shot or something. You get some little robots walking around picking up trash and shit. Like, oh, you stupid robot, created you to pick up trash, not run the world, not run the country. Shit, man. But yeah, be on the lookout for this Tony May shit, man. I think this is some of the hotter shit out there as far as customizers go. So if you're a fan of the head sculpts already, then maybe pass. But if not, then yeah, maybe be on the lookout for these, because I might just hit them up for these, man, because I don't want to reinvest into this line for shit I already have. Kind of want to get more of the stuff that I passed up on, but man, they just look that much better that I might just have to. So we gotta wait to see. But keeping it with TMNT, we gotta get to this Casey Jones Mesco. Shit, man, and thank God that Mesco gave us another opportunity at this guy, because man, this is one that I've not gonna lie, I've looked at eBay prices, man. I haven't looked at them recently, so I don't know if they've taken a dive. But I remember when I passed up on that Casey, I said, "Fuck, man, why the hell did I pass up on Casey?" And then it was like a few months after that, I was like, man, I was like on the lookout on eBay, nothing below $200, and I was just like, no, man, don't do it. Don't be that fucking idiot. It's like, you passed up on the pre-orders, like you passed up for a reason. You're a fucking idiot. Take it to heart and just pass. That's it. You live with your decision. But man, thank God, Mesco. Thank God they're not complete haters, bro. Give us another opportunity at Casey. And this time, not an exclusive, man. So it's pretty cool. You get to just pre-order this whatever retailer you choose to pre-order from. And that's the reason I passed up from Mesco. I was like, man, I want to pay fucking crazy shipping on this damn shit. Why is this an exclusive? But man, it's just how they got to do it, bro. They got to do it, man. They got to sell you two Casey's, bro. One exclusive, one not. And I think when we first saw this revealed, there was a lot of kind of I don't want to say pushback, but a lot of people were kind of wondering if it would come with like a standard hockey mask. And I'm not the biggest fan of this American flag mask, but it is also a pretty cool one too. I think I brought it up when we talked about the reveal at New York Comic Con, that it's like a part of like an offshoot series called Body Count, where it's like him and Raph are just kind of, I don't know, they're just bashing up people on the streets and shit. And I think for that, it's cool. I think just that little backstory is a little cool thing to kind of display it with. But you wanted that classic clean hockey mask, and thankfully Mesco's coming through with that. Because yeah, I think if it didn't have this hockey mask, I think I would have passed up again, and I would have been pissed off, bro. I would have been, come on, dude. But man, thankfully they didn't do that. This doesn't have all the accessories that first one came out with, but I think it's pluses and minuses. I think I should have got the side-by-side images, but I believe this one has a couple of extra weapons, and it doesn't have some soft goods. I don't think it has like that jacket that he had in that first release, like that jean jacket that he had that was really cool, that I wish it would have it. But outside of that, it's like a color change on the shirt, where this is still classic Mirage. You got that red shirt also, where it's like, I kind of would have wanted both, but obviously that would have made the ultimate Casey Jones, but I think that's only for the people that got both of them. And it's like I said, it's just the shit that companies do. They're gonna get you to buy multiple releases of the same character. You get all the accessories, but this shit looks badass, man. This shit looks badass, and definitely not gonna miss out on it this time. So I haven't pre-ordered it yet, because I don't know, when it comes to like non-exclusive Mescos, it's like some sites have it for cheaper. I think One Stop Toy Shop has it for like pretty cheap. And you could kind of structure out a payment plan there. You could kind of just have it paid off and not worry about it. And I like that sometimes, it's like you're not paying the full amount, but hey, you want to pay off, couple payments here and there. Like, cool. And then by the time this shit comes around, you don't even got to worry about it or wonder about it. It's like, yeah, this shit's coming my way. So that's a cool option. Obviously, BBTS is out there. I don't know if their shit's marked up a bit, but these are readily available when they're not exclusive, and they're pretty easy to acquire at that moment. It's like right now I'm kind of looking at that Captain America, and I'm like, fuck, you know what? That shit does look badass, man. It does look like a really good cap. But it's like, fuck, I don't get too many fucking goddamn superhero Mesco figures and stuff, you know. I recently passed up on that Red Hood that I was like, you know what, if I get an opportunity to get in this, I'm gonna get it. And then when it opened up again, I was like, what am I doing, bro? What the fuck am I doing? Like, man, am I that fucking much of a fucking idiot? Like, do I need to get this shit? I was like, no, have some restraint, bro. Have some fucking restraint. And I passed, but like I said, I don't have any Mesco Batman figures. So after seeing that stuff from NR and LPZZ, I'm like, yo, I gotta just stick with my thoughts for now. And then once we start seeing some more of this cool shit, then I can kind of open my purse, you know, and put my money down. But since I already have the TMNT set from Esco, I'm like, I need a KC. I can't wait for that shredder when he comes out. I want to see if they put together like a splinter. Also, would be pretty cool looking. But yeah, between this Mesco stuff, some of that Ling Jing Jun or Ling Jing Huan shit from Hong Kong, those TMNT figures look great. We just took a look at those Joy Toy figures. It's like, man, TMNT is always going to be eating good, man. So if you're a fan of that, which a lot of people are, who isn't, you know, there is people that don't really like TMNT, but for the majority of times, it's a high selling toy line for multiple companies, you know. So happy to go in for this one this time around. And like I said, don't got to pay that Mesco shipping. Wish I would have got mixed match of accessories and stuff, but I could live with this. This looks pretty cool, and it's just a t-shirt color really that I would have wanted the other one on. But you know, there's you could even buy some of that stuff. Sometimes people buy Mescos and they just chop it up, and they'll be like, oh, sell the jacket off, sell the shirt off, sell the head sculpts off, sell this off. So man, I got to be on the lookout for that. Maybe I could just get the jean jacket right now, the t-shirt and stuff, and then just have that shit ready to go when this comes out. But did anybody go in for this Casey and stuff? Because like I said, I thought this was cool as hell, man, that they gave people another opportunity on it. Because yeah, this toy line is not usually giving people too many opportunities at other stuff, man. So it's cool that they did here. And here we go. Curious if the Hulk will go on pre-order this year. I think it might, honestly, man. So far, everything that's been revealed at SDCC and New York Comic Con has gone up for pre-order. I don't think there's anything that we haven't seen yet, right? Like, saw the Thor, we saw the Batman animated series, both Batman and Joker. We saw Dark Knight. We saw what was the name of that one dude that something Savage? Forget the name. Doc Savage or something. We saw him go up. We saw Samurai Jack. I don't think there's anything left that they haven't revealed yet that hasn't gone up outside of their 5 points line. That I'm waiting for the Powerpuff Girls. I am waiting for that. But I think good call that we get that good call on that race, and I think we see that pre-order go up in the next few months. And then yeah, wait for it sometime next year. Hopefully next year, because yeah, it is fucking Mesco, so who fuck knows. But yeah, I'm locking this up. Gotta definitely be on the lookout for the best possible price though. So I will be doing that. And then from one iconic hockey mask to the next. How do you guys like that transition, bro? That's fucking top tier transitioning, man. Hey, yo. We move into the NECA Friday the 13th Jason video game edition. And when I first saw this, I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? And then when I was like, oh, video game edition, okay. So yeah, it was like one of those older fucking 8-bit video games that came out for, I think, I don't want to say Nintendo, but it might have been Nintendo system. Where it's like, yeah, I mean, super niche, you know, but you know, there's those horror fans out there that got to be the completionists and stuff. And I think it's cool that they are able to pull it off. You know, it's like, hey, it's fair game, man. Came out in a video game. It's fair game to make a figure of it, you know. So there's definitely going to be those Friday the 13th aficionados and completionists out there that definitely want everything. So for that, there's this, man. I just think it's just kind of a boring looking figure. It's just like all purple kind of. But you get that hockey mask, bro. You get a couple weapons. Not the most packed out, full of accessories, but like I said, it's just super niche. So I just thought it was funny that fucking NECA's doing this shit. I was like, come on, guys. Come on. But yo, one step closer to Halloween, man. Halloween in a week. So you got to get these figures out, man. I always do love NECA's little promotions that they got going on this month, the Horrorween and stuff. So it's pretty cool. We've seen some cool pre-orders going up from them, like the clown and stuff, the Pennywise and all that. So it's pretty cool shit. And then keeping it on theme with this monster Halloween stuff, we get the Monster Force, Lieutenant Griffin the Eraser, and third time's the fucking charm, bro. It's like, god damn it, man. When this was first released as an exclusive, it was translucent, but it was purple. I said, what the fuck? It's the Invisible Man. The gimmick is that he turns invisible. Why is he purple? That's the dumbest move they could have ever done. People bought that exclusive. Okay, whatever. Next one comes around. It was translucent, but like a smoky gray color. It's like, are you guys fucking trying to piss people off? Now you get the fucking fully clear translucent, where it's like, yes, bro, yes. Like, come on, man. Mattel already showed you what the fuck you need to do, bro. Like, translucent figure, it's not gonna be boring. It's like, dude, this is the Invisible Man. Like, yeah, that was so cool, man. It's like you could turn invisible, dude. Like, you're doing toy photography. It's like that looks awesome, man. And yeah, if you're going to Legion's Con, this is going to be the exclusive there. This is going to be an exclusive to get, honestly. I think this would be one of the cooler things to get. $40 where it's like, yeah, it's kind of steep, but yo, fully translucent weapons, like, this is awesome. This is fucking awesome. I say, yo, they cooked with this shit. All they had to do was fucking make it and fucking clear. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Thanks, guys. Thanks for kicking us in the nuts a couple of times before he gives what we really want. But hey, man, you know, they're going to do their thing. And yeah, like I said, if you're going to Legion's Con, get me this shit because I want this, man. It might actually go up on BBTS after. I don't imagine they sell out of it, but yeah, I think this is probably one of the better exclusives that are going to be out there, to be quite honest. This shit looks awesome. Beware saying, oh, it looks like ass because it's from an old video game. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, come on, NECA. It's like, all right, they didn't have to do much. I get it. Fair enough. Oh man. Didn't Call of Duty have a Jason thing? I don't know, but don't give him any reasons to make it, bro. They might actually make it now that you mention it, man. But I actually wouldn't be bad. Hopefully Todd can make something like that. But yo, keeping it with Monster Force, we also got a couple of pre-orders that open up on Halloween. So that's pretty interesting. But like I was saying at the beginning of the show, man, there's a lot of controversy right now with Fwoosh toys and anything that has to do with the Fwoosh. Because I don't know if you guys can remember a few years ago, Robo and Veebs, you know, his friend Veebs, apparently left the Fwoosh. I don't know what kind of happened behind the scenes. A lot of people were kind of wondering, like, this motherfucker get fired? Was there some kind of beef? Something happened where it's like, all right, these guys left. That website is like no longer active. Everybody was like subscribed to that YouTube. Obviously, Robo did his like weekly on there. It was heavily watched YouTube channel. I don't even know if it's still active. I don't know if they post any videos. I think I unsubbed after a month where nothing was coming out. And obviously I subbed to Robo's new channel, Robo No No. A lot of people were wondering what's up with this shit, man. Around that same time, they had put out a pre-order for Ninja Scrolls. But it wasn't a pre-order. Wasn't a fucking pre-order. It was a crowdfund, you know, not made to order, not like what Hasbro's doing. Crowdfund, go over this mark, this tier mark to get this shit produced. Like, okay, people are like, hey, they wanted some Ninja Scroll figures. I honestly don't know why. It's like, yeah, I like Ninja Scroll, but do I need to give these people my money up front for figures? Probably not, especially when you got BBTS putting up pre-orders for stuff later on. And this goes for every Kickstarter. I know this wasn't a Kickstarter, but it goes for every crowdfund, every Kickstarter. Majority of the time, BBTS is going to have that shit on their site if it does fund. Obviously, it might be a little bit of an uptick. Obviously, you're going to be a little bit more of a weight than the Kickstarter. Who cares? They're taking the hit if this shit goes any kind of misdirection. They're taking the hit. You're not putting your money down. You're not getting your shit tied up. So apparently, no information has come out from those Ninja Scrolls figures. People have messaged them. Dr. J Hernandez, he's on a fucking crusade right now against them on X. You know, obviously, I'd be pissed off too if I had my money fucking, you know, tied up with these guys and I'm not getting any kind of response. Yeah, apparently those things, I think BBTS put out an email saying that pre-order is like no longer going to come through. So line has been canceled. So people are like, oh shit, like, yo, let me message these guys because I put my money directly to them. No response, no replies, no info, no nothing. people are already kind of counting that money as a loss until you flash forward to this last few weeks where you see Monster Force collabing with, yup, you guessed it, the Foosh for these skeleton bodies, and no real information on that either. Like nobody really knows if this is a collab, if they just took over the molds. But for them to advertise that name on this shit, Foosh, is like, wait, then hold the fuck up. Then somebody has business contact with them. Somebody has some kind of connect with them. And it's just like, well, if you're not responding to your customers that gave you money already, like, then you guys are still around because this shit is around, like this is a fresh pre-order going up this week. So people are really up in arms about it, man, because it's kind of a shitty feeling, obviously, where it's like you're trying to message this company that has some of your money tied up, and it's like you're just getting ghosted on that shit. Ghosted on Halloween. That sucks, bro. And yeah, like I said, I try to give my people my warnings and stuff. Like, you don't gotta listen to me, but it's just something crazy about that, bro. Like, I've brought it up. It's like no knock on these companies. A lot of this shit's grassroots. They're trying to get their shit started, but some of these companies have multiple Kickstarters. But it's just like, bro, the first Kickstarter was to get your line off the ground, then you continue your sales, and then that pushes into the next wave. But if your product ain't that hot, it ain't that fucking hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you're risking a lot, and I honestly would be really nervous if I backed any of these recent Kickstarters, bro. Any of these recent Kickstarters that went up in the last year and a half, and there's a lot. There's a lot of them, bro. Where it was too many. I was saying it on this show last year. I said, bro, what the fuck is it with this? And now you flash forward a year from now, and like I said, yesterday's price is not today's price. Tariffs came in. Trade wars are happening. I'm sure these factories are telling these Kickstarters, hey guys, we know we said we could do it for this much money, but we need more money. Do you think these guys could just go back to their customers and say, hey, we know we took your money already, but we need more? No, they can't do that. Kickstarter is already wrapped up. You said this was the funding goal. Get it funded. Get it over the edge. Like, shit happens, man. That's why it's like, don't put your fucking money down on this shit, because it ain't a fucking guarantee you get shit. And like, it's even dumber that people would do it through the Foosh website and not through Kickstarter. That's even fucking dumber. I forgot that it wasn't on Kickstarter. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, you're right. It wasn't on Kickstarter. It was through their site. Oh my God. It's like, dude, it's like, man. And you see that from other companies that are not like well established as the Foosh, that people are like giving their money to. This one I can kind of half understand, because it's like, yeah, it's a reputable name in the toy company and the toy industry and the toy community. I mean, everybody knows the Foosh. Everybody knows him because of Robo, though. And he ain't there. You're still gonna give him your money? Okay. So, that's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it sucks, but I hate to be that guy that said I told you so, because I didn't tell everybody shit. I didn't tell nobody shit. I know who I told. The people that watch this show, I know, have heard me say that shit. And that's that. And I remember when those Ninja Scrolls figures came out, I think it was like 2022. I was on another live stream. We were talking about that shit. Shout out to my man Johnny Number Cinco. He was like, these look mid as fuck. Like, I wouldn't even want these because they just look mid as figures. And I was like, yeah, they kind of do look like just domestic cheap Ninja Scroll figures, where it's like, do I need something that bad for Ninja Scroll? Not really. So fuck it, wait for the BBCS pre-order if I really want them. But no, you got people out there, take my money. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Thanks, guys. So yeah, I don't know, man. And like I said, these figures look cool, but now because of this heat's coming their way, I don't know how well these do. And these guys already dance around with like a lot of IP theft, like for a company that's trying to be legit, and Big Bad Toy Store is legit, but they're a retailer. But this Fresh Monkey Fiction shit be dancing around with a lot of IP theft, where I would be weary of ordering their shit if it wasn't through BBTS. Like, I wouldn't pre-order a damn thing if they had it on their website and not BBTS, because this shit looks like a fucking G.I. Joe cover. You got fucking multiple characters that look like Cobra Commander. You got fucking characters that look like Carl Weathers. You got characters that look like fucking General Ross. You got characters that look like fucking, Pulp Fiction, Matrix characters. It's like these guys skate around with a lot of IP theft. So I'd be nervous if I ordered these guys through their site, but everything's good so far. Figures and waves are coming out. People are digging them. So, I think they're gonna catch a little bit of heat because there's Foosh shenanigans and stuff. But not everybody lost their money, and like I said, people are addicted to this shit, man. People are gonna keep ordering stuff. So, that's just gonna be that. And yeah, we gotta wait to see what's up with them, man. Beware saying those yokai figures are the best skeleton figs, though. Yeah, I know, and that's why people were pretty like, okay, these guys are still doing their thing. Everybody picked up their ninja figures back in the day. Like those are articulated icons, fucking Foosh ninjas who didn't have an army built of those. Like I still have a few. I have like fucking 5 or 6 of them. I don't do shit with them, but who didn't back that shit when they came out? But dude, like, no, man, not everything is gonna come to fruition, bro. Like, it's just not. Because let's say you come up with a toy company and you think this, and this is what I said about the multiple Kickstarters that recently went up. It's like, okay, you're putting this toy line out. What's your end game? What's the long-term goal? Do you think it's going to be a successful line after this Kickstarter? Okay, maybe you think that. But you're going into competition with, like, we've seen what's going on in Hong Kong with Wonderfest. You're going into competition with all these toy companies, Hasbro, Mattel, third-party companies, overseas companies, import companies, Mayfex, Figwars. How good are your figures going to be versus everything else? How spread are people with money? Like, we're spread pretty fucking thin. You better have some fucking hot shit, bro. You better be some hot shit, not some half-ass looking Ninja Scroll stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we'll see, man. We'll see, bro. People keep buying shit. Cause yeah, I don't know, man. Like Bobby Vallis said, everyone wants to be a toy maker and think it's easy. Exactly. It's like it got to be a little fad going on. Like all these YouTubers wanted their goddamn fucking toy lines and shit. Are they successful toy lines because you backed a Kickstarter or because your Kickstarter funded? That doesn't mean it's a successful toy line. Like, no, it does not. If they hit BBTS in stock, I'll cop. Yeah, I think I'll cop some of these skeletons because I do remember you saying those yokai skeletons were the shit, and they do look good. And I think that's why the Monster Force guys jumped on them, because it's like, cool, we don't have to tool up anything. These guys already have these skeleton bodies. Like, cool, easy collab, smart on them. But it's sticky when it's like attached to this name now. Like, that's sticky, bro. Robo probably saw the painting on the wall. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying that because I think they were even taking like aback by it. It's like, why Ninja Scroll? What? Like, man. Maybe they thought they could do something great, but I remember seeing those renders and I was like, that shit look kind of lame. I was like, man, a third-party company like could just make these so easy, so much better. It's like, why are you trying to make official release of this? It make no sense. Brick saying, I hear you. I back a lot of Kickstarters, but that's because I'm down to support the indies instead of the Hasbros and McFarlane's. The only way we get those guys to make better shit. Is it the only way to make better shit? Because like I said, you got third-party companies doing that in Hong Kong, not asking for your money. Is it the only way to get better shit? Because I don't think it is. Like, honestly, I don't fucking think it is. Like, is McFarlane making better shit because Brutal Realm came out? He's still making the same shit. Like, he's still making the same shit. I don't think it is. Like, I think people want to back those indies because it's indie. It's indie. I'm on the ground floor. I got the new shit. Okay, if you get it because you want it, that's fine. But if you're getting it because you think it's gonna make other companies make better shit, that ain't a good reason to get this shit. Like, no, that is not a good reason, Brick. And I know it's not a guarantee. It's an investment with its risk, but also, like you said, often they don't have access to the capital to do it otherwise. So I'm down to kick in. Then you're down to kick in for that reason, to help out. And like I said at the beginning of the show, why do you think when these guys do Kickstarters, they go on through POA? Because they know they have the biggest audience. They know they have the biggest audience and they need people's fucking money. And they prey on that. They prey on the goodwill of the toy community. They prey on it. I know I would prey on it. If I had a toy line, I'd say, hey guys, you guys like my show, right? You guys love me, right? I got a toy company. I got a toy line. Back it. Yeah, Omar. Yeah, we want to back your shit, bro. Woo! Party. Let's live stream. Let's campaign. let me tag you guys in my stories and my captions. And then after my toy line comes out, you never hear from me again. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Like that's just how it is, man. That's just yes, Mr. Ortega. Bingo, bingo. Bingo, bingo. Exactly. Like this is just not, that's it, man. It's like, dude, like, no, if I'm backing shit, it ain't to say I'm gonna back this toy company so McFarlane can make better figures. No, what the fuck? No, man, no. It's just like that is not how this shit works, bro. Like, no, toy companies can make better shit if they know how to make better shit. That's how you make better shit. If you know how. If you don't know how and you don't want to, you ain't gonna make better shit. Bottom fucking line. Like, bottom fucking line. Like, that's just it. That's just my opinion on it. And I get animated because I've been saying it on this goddamn live stream. I've been saying it. I know this is not the first time I go on my rant about this. Like, this is something that I've said in the past. Damn, Omar took my money, but man, to buy Medi toys. Yeah, exactly. That's like, dude, when I buy third-party shit or shit on 5K Toys, that's when I'm like, yeah, these companies are pushing the envelope. You see Jada Toys come out, they push the envelope on better figures, domestic price. Now you got Storm Arena. That's how you get better shit. Not because I backed some Kickstarter, Jada Toys came out. And not because I backed some Kickstarter, Storm Arena came out. And not because I backed some Kickstarter, we get better classified series. No, no, no. No, no, no. This line, Operation Monster Force, is better because classified series came out. This line is alive because classified series is around, not the other way around. Not the other way around. But like I said, it is a bad feeling in the toy community when people are getting their money took, because that's not good for the hobby at all. You lose trust in the community, and like I said, you're gonna have a harder time for future Kickstarters to get over that fucking funding goal because of shit like this. Like, because of shit like this. But keeping it back to the toy news, keeping it with Halloween, we move it to the Mondo Sam Hain release, and this time looks like they're backtracking on it a little bit, giving us a repaint on this. I actually like this, man. I actually, like I said, you give people a second opportunity to get stuff they missed out in the past, where this was a previously locked figure where you had to get the deluxe release. And I said, come on, guys. You're going to not let people get this fucking villain, this fucking ghost. It's like, well, the fun of the line is gone. And I was just like, that sucks, you know, because it's like you're putting this behind a window. You already have it tooled up. You flash forward, obviously they were going to repaint it. It's something that I didn't really think they would do, because they don't really do that. When they say something is an exclusive, it's like, yeah, this is an exclusive, but it's always on the table that they can repaint something. And it's like I said, it's fair use of that fucking body mold that they already have tooled up. But like I said, that first release is just, it's a little bit unnecessary to kind of put it behind a paywall. Like, pay now, $200 per release is just too much, even though you're getting these big villains. I think it's better model to do it this way, where it's just like, yeah, you just get the villain if you want, you get the Ghostbusters if you want, but you don't gotta lock them up together, you know. So it's pretty cool, fair game for Mondo to do this. I think this is a win for them to kind of, like I said, reuse a mold, and it's a win for the people that just went in for the individual Ghostbuster. They're just getting that one Ghostbuster, you know, and now you get the opportunity to fill out a proper villain shelf, a proper toy line, and that's good, man. Like, that's definitely good, you know. So I haven't really backed any of these Mondo Ghostbusters myself, because like I said, I'm not really, I remember watching a little bit of the cartoon, but I watched Extreme Ghostbusters, like, and even that, if they came out with a toy line of that, and I think they are, because where else would they fucking go? I think I'll still pass on them. Like, I don't know. I haven't really heard too much of these figures outside of the first review that I saw, but I'm like, nobody's really talking too much about them. It's just like, I think people just wanted them for the representation of that cartoon, and I guess that's good enough, you know, like, for most people. But I remember this line was one of the more exciting lines when it was like coming out. It's like, oh my god, 6-inch Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters line. And like I said, you haven't heard shit about them, but I think it's that fucking price tag, that sticker price initially that just it's just a wet blanket over the whole thing, man. And like I said, you could approach it differently. I think had they just put out the Ghostbuster individually first, then you get into some of the bad guys. Then it's like, okay, well, I gotta get this bad guy. It's like we're gonna need a bad guy. I think I would have done it that way, but like I said, you get the opportunity now, and I think the one interesting thing about this is that this isn't an open pre-order. This is gonna go up on Halloween, and it's only gonna last that weekend. So it still has a little bit of exclusivity to it, and I think for that, it's smart for Mondo to do it. It's just you're opening up this pre-order window of a fucking tool to figure you have already. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to kind of produce it, and it's not going to be overly produced either. So it's pretty smart for them. And I think now people are kind of calculating in their head when they put out the Boogeyman again. I forget the name of the other ghost that they've released already or put up for pre-order already, but safe bet that they do the same thing with everything else. And I think that's pretty cool though too. It's just like Halloween time, you get an opportunity at this. So it'd be cool if they do that maybe every year, like maybe 2 times a year or something. Give people like a weekend, but you got to give them like a fair opportunity in advance to kind of know what's coming out. So, hopefully people that didn't want this figure and missed out kind of got the heads up and are able to lock it up. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And then if you want to make your own headless horseman, you got this Noda Toys horse coming out pretty soon. And we did see this at Wonderfest. With the Lord of the Rings line, and man, I said it there and I'll say it again. I gotta get this fucking horse, bro. I have a couple of those Fish Toys horses. I love them. I like them a lot, but something about this one just a little bit better to me. I think maybe because it's a little bit smaller. I kind of want to say, I mean, I don't see them side by side, but to me, it just looks a little bit more smaller, something a little bit more for like import figures and stuff. Like you have this Noda cat on it that just looks phenomenal on this shit. The way he's riding this thing. Hey, yo, pause. It looks great. Like it looks really good, And like I said, it's like you can't have too many horses, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this just looks badass. And I got to get me a couple black ones, man, because I do think we're gonna get like a Tombstone third-party line one day. And man, I'll kill for Noda to do Tombstone figures. Like, give me a Doc Holliday on this black horse. Like, that is gonna be fucking sick. I would hope that's a possibility, but like I said, you gotta just wait and see. Man, it's just I don't know. It's like fuck that. I don't need. You can't have too many horses, but I definitely don't need too many. Like I don't want to get way too many. So I already got a brown one, and I have a black one, and then I believe Fish Toys at Wonderfest showed off a unicorn. I want to get that white unicorn. So right here, I'm thinking like, maybe I just get like a black one initially, because I don't know. For my money, I think I like the way that fucking Fish Toys articulates better than this. I'm kind of looking at the articulation that they have kind of set up here, and it definitely doesn't look as good as the Fish Toys one, But the size for me is a little bit more, I guess, user friendly. This shit definitely has like a little smaller size to it that I think just fits better. I kind of want to put like a couple of like fucking like I think a fucking Naruto figure on this shit would look badass, or like some kind of ninja figures on this shit would look sick as fuck. Kind of like this cat does, kind of has like a little ninja look to him. Yeah, I think like some kind of ninja on it would be badass. And I know Noda is kind of working on a couple of ninjas also, kind of little Oni type looks, samurai Ronin looks, and yeah, I think for that would be badass. Maybe for my Noda Logan, put that motherfucker on there. Give me a Ronin horse. Obi-Wan saying, I hope for NECA to do Young Guns. That's kind of fucking random. That's kind of fucking random. Brick saying, I hear you. Gotta back the ones who have a real chance to pull it off too, who work with solid people. Most who get it done are people working with folks like Chris from Four Horsemen, Bonner, and Proctor. Yeah, and even that, like I said, I'm still wary of that, bro. Like I honestly wouldn't. But if I did, it's because, like I said, because of my good intentions to help out. It ain't for fucking to improve other companies, because they ain't gonna get the message. It does make other companies look bad, unfortunately, when one bad experience makes it so you don't want to go in again. It reminds me of Premium DNA, exactly. Exactly, bro. And it's like, dude, there's a lot of Kickstarters. I'm telling you, bro. There was like a I forgot the name of it, but I think it's Star Fox Toys or Fox Forge Toys. It was like a random alien one that Sir Dork took pictures of. What happened to that one? Who fuck knows? Who fuck knows? I think those are like Four Horsemen back too, right? Or like they got some kind of sculpting from them or something. Who knows? I mean, we just like I said, you just saw the shit going on in Hong Kong. Where's the Kickstarters for that stuff? Where's the crowdfunds for that stuff? No, they're not making crowdfunds. They're just producing it. Obviously, they have an advantage because they're out there, but that's why they're the fucking toy makers, and you're the guy at home asking for people's money. Let the pros do their fucking pro shit. Did Savage Crucible show off their horse at Titan Toy Expo today? They teased it, and I assumed it would be shown today. No, not yet. But when we talk about the Savage Crucible stuff, I was gonna bring that up because I saw that they're gonna collab with Fish Toys, but don't know any information yet. I was trying to see their live stream this morning, but it's kind of caught between fantasy football and that, and I was like not paying attention. So I don't know if they revealed it there. I'll pull my Red Devil Samurai on it. Might be too big, bro. Might be too fucking big. That samurai was fucking huge. I mentioned Young Guns because you mentioned Tombstone. Oh, there you go. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I wish NECA makes Young Guns. I was like, yo, is Obi-Wan on the fucking Friday the 13th review? He's got to fucking fast forward, bro. Galactic Valor is the one you mean by Fox Forge. They've shown factory samples last month. Okay. Factory samples. We're tricking along, baby. Oh man, but like I said, it's too much, man. It's too much. One crowdfund that won't let people down is the HasLabTron. They are 1,072 out of 10,000 needed backers. They are almost there. Exactly, bro. And even then, I remember there was futuristic combat soldiers. Like that's gone. That money's gone, and they were on everyone's live stream campaigning. You had people, yeah, whoa, come on, you guys are cool. They're on my favorite YouTuber's live stream. Yeah, let's back this. Man, that money's long gone. Sorry, guys. I know they were on your favorite YouTuber's live stream, but that don't mean shit. But yo, guys, that horse isn't enough to mount. You can mount this fucking Spinosaurus from Nanmu Studios, and we got War God and Realm Warden. Talk about the coolest names to fucking dinosaurs, bro. These names that they got are as cool as the fucking figures themselves. But man, if I didn't have this Mattel Spinosaurus, and dude, I still have this motherfucker on my desk. That's how badass this looks, dude. I never want to take this shit off. This shit is sick. Like this thing is just sick, bro. It's like, man, I gotta get that little phone thing where he ate it in the fucking movie and shit. If I didn't have this shit still, like, bro, I would be all over these Nanmu Studios because, man, these look paint job wise, like, fuck. These look so much better. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. They just look so much gnarlier, man. But dude, Mattel is already putting out such solid products, bro. $60, where these are gonna be like in that 90 area, 90 range, 90, 100. I was like, man, I don't need 2 more Spinosaurs, but man, these look fucking cool. Fuck. Like, seriously, dude. Talk about a cool Savage Land display that you could build out, or you have both of these and shit. Yeah, like rogue, sexy ass right in the middle. Like, hey, yo. Like, man, that was just badass. You could get like a fucking, you get all kinds of shots going with fucking dinosaurs, man. I love it, man. And I gotta get my hands on some of this Nanmu stuff. I think they're even working on like an alligator, also like a crocodile or alligator. I saw on their social media account. Man, they look fucking cool. They look like they're cooking up some cool stuff. Hopefully, one day they get into making just regular animals, man. Because yeah, dude, like G.I. Joe's killing it when it comes to the real animals and shit, like articulated and all that stuff. But man, companies they don't make dinosaurs only, man. They make other shit. And when I saw that they were making that alligator, I was like, hey, that's a good sign. Maybe they get around to making the other stuff. So shit. Hopefully we get like a fucking bear. I know a lot of people are waiting for that 4 Horsemen one. That one looks cool. Then you got the Medi Toys one, but just solid looking animals, like a fucking real life looking lion, a cheetah. Like, oh, those would be so cool to have. I would kill to have like a fucking Animal Kingdom line. And I think Nanmu Studios might be that company, man. But yo, speaking of Savage Crucible, this is actually the last Kickstarter they're back, Wave 1, and these guys have yet to go back to the Kickstarter model. They did a Kickstarter, bam, put it out, bam, wave 2, bam, wave 3, bam, wave 4, bam. And it's smart that Rob says it on his live streams. You don't overwhelm the factory. 3-figure waves is plenty enough, is plenty good. You pack it out with accessories, you allow the armies to be built, different head sculpts. Just look at this fucking thing, bro. Able to get different looks out of one body, one release. You can buy 3, 4, 5, 6 of these packs. You get these interchangeable neck pieces, interchangeable head pieces, armor pieces. You have a solid army being built. And like I said, like he said, you don't overwhelm the factory. This is going to come out. A lot of this stuff's tooled up from previous releases. He doesn't need to go back to the Kickstarter model. He got his money initially, got the line kicked off. Same thing with Action Force. Got the line kicked off on Kickstarter. Have you seen Bobby Vattel open up another Kickstarter? No. It's like the sales continue the line. That's how you do it. That's how you plan it out. Like that's how they know they have something good on their hands worth going to the Kickstarter model for, to initially get that backing. And then from there, the line supports itself. It sustains itself. Like I brought it up in the past. I love Plunderlings when they came out. Fuck, dude, they've gone to the Kickstarter model twice. I think they're going back another time. Like, no, man, I'm not going in for them again. I'm sorry. As much as I like that first line, nope. That's just, it's not sustainable, you know? Where this right here, it's like, dude, to see that they're at wave 4, like I said, you get these interchangeable neck pieces to allow different looks. I love the paint jobs on these figures, man. They kind of have like these more, they resemble like more real life, like reptiles and stuff and snakes and shit. Shout out to Nikki Nicole Customs, man. She's excellent painter, dude. Like I said, this team that they have over there with the sculptors, with the painters that they have, Rob with his vision and stuff, and his management skills to kind of put people in places to kind of produce the stuff best possible way. They're killing it, man. Where I brought it up in the past, I'm not the biggest fan of Snake Man when it comes to Masters of the Universe. You know, that's usually the stuff that I've dipped away from when it came to the Origins line. But for the Savage Crucible stuff, I've been getting a little bit of everything. I got a little bit of the wave 2. I got a little bit of the wave 3. I'm going to get, like I said, you're not overwhelmed with so many figures. I'm going to get at least 3 of these guys right here because I like the way this one guy looks with the snake crown and shit. Like that just looks awesome. You get like the leader of this motherfucking pack or this clan. Then you got a couple of these like snake soldiers that just, like I said, the different head sculpts already give you different looks. You don't need to give me a different paint job, a different body type. It's there already, you know? So I think this is great. And then you move on to the next release. Let me actually get their name, so I don't want to be dismissive of that. I think the stuff that they're doing a lot of the times is, like I said, I like it more so because of that reason, because it's a sustainable line. It's not dependent on another crowd fund. That to me just gets me nervous about a toy line in general. So we got not Naom Archon. So yeah, this is that first one. This is like Black Snake right here. And then the second one is Set Kara, the Dune Reaper. So this one right here definitely has like more of a sand snake type of look, and just the armor that they incorporate into that I think is gnarly also. It's just different kind of like sculpt work that they have, and like, dude, that dude Rob, like he is a huge fantasy like fan. Like he knows a lot about like the different literature that's been done by like H.P. Lovecraft, all that stuff. He's like a huge fan of that stuff. And man, this guy's going out there to conventions like Wonderfest. He recently was on his live stream showing off a number of exclusives that were out there from different companies. Some of the better articulated stuff that's being out there. You think this guy's not doing research and development for his shit? You think he's putting out a goddamn Ninja Scroll figure that looks like a fucking Marvel Legend from like 5 years ago? Like, no, nobody wants to buy that shit, man. Like, fuck that crap. You want shit that's pushing the envelope, man. And like I said, it wasn't a goddamn Kickstarter that's getting these guys to be better. It's a fucking import companies out there in Hong Kong that are getting these guys to be better. And like, that's what I like to see, you know? And it's cool that, like I said, he's not overwhelming people with like massive waves. It's just 2 figures per wave for his Savage Crucible line that you get different kind of swaps, different kind of looks, easily army built, where it's like, yeah, you're going to just tool up a couple bodies, but you're going to get max dollars out of that tooling because you're going to get people to army build these things. And then his connection with the Frazetta Museum, you got the Frazetta figures coming out, being trickled out as well. It's great, man, because yeah, this Kublo Khan, character. He looks pretty badass just for a barbarian type. If you don't really have any connection to the character, I mean, unless you're like some kind of historian or something, I don't know why you would have a connection to him. But if you do know about his lore, his history, it's like, yeah, he's pretty significant character as far as lore goes and stuff. Just cool character in general, where man, you're able to incorporate like different head sculpts also, where you can army build this guy if you so choose to. Is like you get these like different soldier like head sculpts. It definitely has like a barbarian Mongolian type of look, you know, even though I think this guy is like from Chinese folklore or Chinese lore or something. He definitely has like a more Mongolian barbarian type of look that is just easily army built, you know. You get the different head sculpts, the different accessories that you could even pop on this. But just you know, on your stake, like just that on that fucking stake on that staff, like just looks so crazy just for toy photography, for any kind of barbaric shot, really. Even if you have this mixed in with like your Mythic Legions line or other kind of fantasy lines, it makes for great looking stuff, you know. And like I said, he's not skimping out when it comes to the paint work either, because just look at the intricate painting on these like snakes and stuff. The scales are like, you know, there, all the texture that's there on the snake is there onto the sculpt. You get interchangeable or retractable fangs. You get the articulated jaws. It's crazy shit that they're doing, man. It looks simple, but a lot of toy companies, they just skip these steps and they don't want to give you just certain steps, you know, and it makes for lamer looking figures that are just basically Marvel Legends. You know, whenever I look at like a domestic line, I'm like, man, these guys don't really offer much more than a Marvel Legend. Like if you look at some of the loose collector stuff, it's like, yeah, this is just high price Marvel Legend, basically, you know. But right here, it's just like, yeah, there's extra engineering that they're doing that maybe isn't a lot of people's cup of tea. I know a lot of people don't like all the articulation choices that they're doing, but this is fucking cool, you know. So this is definitely cool shit that they're doing, man. You know, and I like the approach that a lot of their stuff that they're doing. It as, like I said, you're not overwhelmed with like a whole wave of reveals. It's like I like it when Mythic Legions does a wave reveal, but man, you're like pre-ordering fucking $200 per wave plus. It's like, it's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of money for just one wave of shit. Where it's like, man, you know, you get the people that want to be completionists, they're locked in for this shit. Like a lot of the times, you know, and that's just too much sometimes, you know. We're right here. It's like you don't have to army build these, but hey, you could kind of mix and match a couple. You don't have to get everything. So I think right now, before I came up on here, I actually pre-ordered. Like I said, I pre-ordered 3 of these ones because I really like the way this one looks, that black snake. So I wanted to get one of this guy, like the main head, and then the 2 extra heads that he has. Like I think I could just like army build 2 different kind of snakes, but it has the same paint job, so I feel like, all right, cool. Kind of looks like a little faction, you know. And then this one, I was kind of taking a look at it, but I was like, you know what? If I catch this on BBTS, I might take a second look at it because there's something about it I was just like not really sold on. But man, it still makes for a cool looking figure, you know. And shit, even if you want to fix it, mix it in with your like your fantasy stuff. Look at all the GI Joe like desert like soldiers and stuff that they're putting out. I think they even did like a sand storm snake eyes or some shit that looks like that. Man, who the fuck knows? The GI Joe got all zany and shit. You got Snake Man and shit in the desert. Like, yeah, these motherfuckers some guns. I think you could pop these torsos on like on Valaverse Action Force legs. It's like, man, who knows? You can kind of get creative with like the imagination and shit. Get some kind of Cobra fucking experiments gone wrong and shit. Turn these motherfuckers into snakes, you know, like something crazy like that. I think is a cool look. And then yeah, the Kublai Khan. I think he just makes for a gnarly looking just base body for a barbarian. It just looks really cool. And I pre-ordered one of this guy only, so I got 3 of those snake dudes and one of this guy coming my way. And it's cool that they offer. You could just put NRD down, like a $5 NRD, or if you want to pay in full, they give you a little bit of a discount if you want to pay in full. And it's like, hey, that's not a crowd fund either. That's just you're paying your money up front. But like, yeah, these guys could definitely go under too. Who the fuck knows? But I think the way that this guy is approaching his line is just a lot safer, you know, because he's got a lot of this stuff tooled up already. Like this stuff is not going to be far away from releasing. I think he even kind of put out a calendar, some kind of calendar timeline going on. These guys going on here. So yeah, Wave 2 came out this year. The deluxe dungeon. So that's shipping out a couple of months, according to this. So we got the Savage stands and the deluxe dungeon to kind of fill out little kind of little mini Dio, so that's kind of cool. And then the Varnox Unchained shipping out in a couple of months also. So those were those overseas exclusives that I want to get 2 of those also. Like those shits look badass, you know. The Elric of Melon the Bonet comes out in a few months also, according to this. So yeah, wrapping up this year, you got we got the Varnox Unchained, the Elric, and then the Death Dealer. That, man, that's fucking, who the fuck passed up on that? I can't wait for that figure. And then Q1 2026, we got wave 3, and then wave 4 will be Q3 of 2026. So that would be these snake dudes right here. And who knows what in between he shows off in between there, because yeah, he had a few teases going on throughout his social media. He had this Savage Crucible collaboration with Frazetta and Fish Toys, and then he's got some kind of like fucking code up here that I wasn't able to fucking decode. Obviously, I don't have the answer to it, but yeah, I don't know if this has got to do with like a horse or some shit. Maybe a horse for this Death Dealer. Who knows? That might be cool. Like shit, official release, you know? Like I might be with it, man. So yeah, I know he's got that Death Dealer coming out. I don't think there's gonna be a better fucking steed for this motherfucker to ride than one of those Fish Toys horses. Like that's gonna be cool. So we gotta wait to see that. And then I wasn't able to find the slide, but man, I think this motherfucker is gonna make a polar bear. Like I think he's gonna make a polar bear because there is a Frazetta painting. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a guy riding like a sled, and it has like 3 polar bears. And that motherfucker puts that shit out. Holy shit! I forgot the name of it exactly, the name of that painting, but like I said, he's making these Frazetta releases every wave, and like that would be a crazy release if he's able to put that off. But we gotta wait to see that. I need a few Snake Men. My man Tyler, yeah, I know he's a huge fan of Savage Crucible because, like I said, they're pretty chill guys too, man. You know, you gotta definitely be pretty cool, you know, in your own skin. Every time I see people just go on other live streams and just try to get the crowd from there, I'm really weary of that. If you don't have your own kind of like foundation, like your own shit, then I don't know. You know, Alpha Red in the house. He says hello, all. Yo, Alpha Red, what up, man? Final Crash, Raceland, the 6-inch plus torso won't crack like Maximum Hulk. Hey, yo. Now you're right. It's Frazetta Kubla Khan character, so meant to be his fantasy take on Mongolian Warrior. Yeah, that's why it's like it's the Frazetta figure, but you can also kind of use it for whatever reasons, you know. And I think that's fucking genius. I mean, Cobra Law already there. Definitely get those snake dudes to fight Joes. Yeah, exactly. And especially if you pop the torso on a Valaverse figure, like the legs and shit, give him a fucking assault rifle. It's like, yeah, let's fucking do this shit. Beware saying, I'm still hyped for my wave 3. Can't say I've helped hype for 4 horsemen. Usually regret going in on 4 horsemen before they ship. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the 4 horsemen stuff looks pretty cool, especially recently. I've seen some cool shit. Like I've seen some cool shots of their stuff, but yeah, a lot of this stuff kind of just looks like Kit Bash previous releases where this stuff is looking fresh a lot of the times, you know. It's like, yeah, this looks okay. Yeah, base body, barbarian, but look at the different head sculpts, different helmets. A lot of this stuff on the Mythic Legion stuff, I'm like, man, they always look like they all have the same shoes, the same fucking feet. It's like the same armor. It's just different paint jobs, different colored head sculpts, the same head sculpt on that female body, on that female head sculpt that they're reusing a bunch of times. It's like, it kind of burns me out seeing that shit over and over. Every time I see this shit, it just feels fresh, you know. And since he's only doing 3 figures per wave, like I said, you're not overwhelmed. You're not seeing so much reuse in one at once, you know. And it's like he's allowing it to kind of keep it fresh. And look at the accessories. Like I've never seen a fucking a Mythic Legions figure with this fucking, you know, rotting head on a stake and shit. Like that looks cool, even for fucking Mythic Legions to use. Silver Warrior. Savage Crucible, death sits astride his steed. Okay, and what Final Crash said, Silver Warrior. Oh, okay, so that's what it is, Silver Warrior. Is that that's the polar bear? Because if it's death sits atop his steed, astride his steed, then that might be the Death Dealer, right? Like a horse for him. I'm down with this shit. Let's see it. Let's see it, man. Oh man. And yo, guys, just to fucking finish out the stream, we started with some Street Fighter. We're gonna finish with some fucking Street Fighter. Because if you didn't know,
Burrito Burgers! Yuriki Mayo Chicken wins!
Street Fighter is fucking everywhere, bro. It's not gonna stop anytime soon, man. So, third-party companies are gonna come with like more blank bodies, kind of with a Street Fighter theme to it. But man, it's got that extra sculpt. It's got that extra sculpt where you want it. It's like I said, where that female Crimson Elite Crimson Guard failed. This is excelling, bro. This has the right proportions for a female. It's like she's badass, she can kick your ass. And yeah, she's thick in all the right places, man. So definitely could get a custom Chun-Li figure out of this. Like, man, this looks great, bro. Aria. So yeah, you got multiple skin tones on this. You get a white skin, yellow skin, tan skin. Same thing other companies are doing, like Romanki, but just the articulation that's getting shown off. It's like, this is what I want from domestic companies. I don't want shit to resemble Marvel Legends. It's like, dude, like, this is what I want. Dwight on the Marvel Legends team, you need to pick some of this shit up, bro. Like, somebody needs to send this guy this shit, man. Instead of going to SDCC and taking a goddamn selfie with this guy, take him one of these goddamn figures. Stop doing that selfie shit with these motherfuckers, guys. It's like, bro, come on. Like, I'm gonna see the Marvel Legends team and I'm gonna think they're goddamn celebrities. You got me all the way fucked up, man. Like, knock that shit off, guys. Like, if you're one of those guys that does that, slap yourself. Slap yourself, slap some sense into yourself, man. Because you could definitely get a Chun-Li out of that. And you know who this is, just based on this pose right here. Definitely giving those fucking Street Fighter, looks like Street Fighter 6 Cammy. So I'm all over these figures, man. These are looking fucking awesome, dude. Like, seriously, like, man, like I said, I'm not much of a customizer, but man, when it's a figure that's this fucking well sculpted out, it's like, yeah, I definitely want to see what's up with it. And fuck, I forgot to show it off on my hauls, but I actually did pick up that Romanki blank body because I saw that they're gonna come out with like a third-party kit, Master Roshi, Super Roshi. Oh man, I haven't opened it yet because I'm waiting for that head sculpt. But when they put that pre-order up, I'm locking that up because yeah, fuck yeah, I actually gotta open that, see what's up with that Romanki body. But yeah, these blank bodies are hitting, man. Especially if they can make like these little kits for them and stuff. Like, man, I wish I knew how to paint head sculpts, man. I would be all over painting some head sculpts on these. Maybe put a little bit of clothes on these gals, not too much, but just a little bit, some third-party GPS slots and stuff, that's definitely going to be the move. But I'm sure there's going to be companies that kind of tailor out some stuff for these guys or these gals. Because man, they are looking good, bro. Like, seriously, this pose right here, man, that cami pose, holy fuck. Holy fuck, bro. Like, dude, seriously, I gotta get an SDCC. I gotta go fucking meet Dwight and get him one of these figures right here, bro. Enough of that shit, Dwight. Knock it off. Oh man. Yeah, goddamn one more. Now I'm hungry. Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's just Street Fighter overload. And we started the show off with Street Fighter. We got to finish it with Street Fighter because, guys, that's all the toy news I have for the evening. Man, I'm keeping this shit at 3 hours pretty consistent, man. I'm kind of liking that shit because, yeah, I can't be going on too much longer and stuff, man. Always got like busy fucking Mondays. And I've been thinking about moving the show to like a different day. I actually like that Tuesday lineup, but I don't know. It's like, yeah, I don't want to change up what I'm doing and stuff. So still kind of working it out on Sundays and stuff. But yeah, every now and then I probably do need to take a break like I did last week, just because it's kind of light in toy news and stuff. And then yeah, sometimes my schedule is not lining up correctly, or the best way. But man, as always, guys, thank you guys for joining me, man. I really appreciate all the comments that you guys leave on the live stream and stuff, because that's the show, man. It's me talking to you guys, you talking to me trying to read out your opinions and stuff. And yeah, we can kind of dissect these figures together and stuff. So I'm always excited to continue to do that, man. And I'm thankful. I'm grateful for that. So guys, until the next time, man, it'll be episode 66. Hopefully you get it off next week, man. But if not, it won't be too much longer after that, man. You guys take care of yourselves. Keep buying those stuff. Keep collecting. You guys have an awesome rest of your week. Happy Halloween to you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out.